What is happening, everybody? We are starting year 3 with a bang on the 5 and 5 challenge. We have 5 years to make $5 million. We're at $250,000 now. Well, I have some big plans. I wanted to see where our money was sitting before I executed on them, but I'm pretty satisfied. We do have some snow coming. It is January. Nothing we can do on our existing fields, but with this dollar amount we talked about, I know we talked about last episode, buying the water buffalo. It's gonna happen in this episode, just not right away. Let me get home and I'll show you our plans. We're sitting here on another plot of land that is not ours. Let's look at the map. So I talked about expanding to field 8 here, or farmland 8. It is $452,000. I started looking around. There's some water on 16, which would be real nice, but it's about $500,000. 11 would be good for lumber, but it's $314,000. Plot number 12 here magically is sitting at $196,000. We're gonna buy it. And that being said, the redundancy is going to continue on this playthrough for at least a little while. My whole plan with buying this field is to extremely maximize our money and get going with a lot of silage today. We'll get going on this and get a ton of grass cut to start with. We do need to fill up the sawmill, so we'll get over to that very soon. But I did notice there's a decent amount of grass over here, and this potentially could pay for itself instantly. And I want to put a ton of fields over here. I'm not going to do one huge field. I want to do a lot of fields, do some crops. I want to get some sorghum going, probably some soybeans, which means we'll need a planter, but I think it'll work for our plan. A big grind ahead of me. I think this is going to get us to $5 million though. All right, well, that's pretty much the outline of the entire plot of land we bought. No way I am cutting all of this today. So that wasn't the original plan either. Let's shut these off for a second. What I want to do is get the baler over here and see how many bales just the outline's going to give us. Let's shut this tractor off and we'll grab it here with the 4755. Oh yeah, we're refilled. I already did that. That's right. So we're ready to go. Not quite ready with this grass. I think it's gonna be, is it growing right now? Let me remember. Yeah, so it'll be March when we do this field. So we got some time to get some fields established over here, and this will probably be the area that I'm gonna put the water buffalo instead of right here. I wanna make sure we have plenty of room for them buffalo. Oats are coming in good though. We gotta remember we gotta buy a harvester as well. Okay, here we go. Filling up pretty quick to start with, but stop. Before we do that, we are going to hit Alt-X, make sure the counter's restarted, and away we go. And just turning the first corner, we're at 7 bales already. This is craziness. Like I said, we're not gonna cut this entire plot today. That's overwhelming, but I am gonna start building out some fields after this. I just wanted to see. So if we're gonna get about 28 bales just from doing the outskirts, that's about $33,000 already. It does look like the first pass was, or that first area we did was the best yield-wise, but we'll make up a little bit here. We might get to 20 still. It'll be close. I still think it was a wise decision. We're gonna have a lot of nice fields out here, a lot of diversity in the series because it's very repetitive right now. I feel it too. I'm a little tired of silage, so I'm gonna mix it up, and I think if all things go accordingly, we're gonna blow away $5 million. And it looks like 18 will be the total to start with. I dig it. We are gonna take a break from this though. We have some chores to take care of around the farm. Let's go ahead and let this one drop and then we'll shut this off. And like bale limit, I guess, would start being a concern at some points. We are gonna need to get some lumber So that's not a good place for that because we're going to have to figure out how to sneak in here with trees now that I put this silly fence up. So we'll put this just in the farm, the little yard over here for now. And then I do want to sneak up here because I want to make sure we're keeping the goat milk move. That's a tree. We want to make sure we're moving the goat milk regularly. So I'm going to come over here and grab all of it, take it over to the production. And I was counting the food that they have left. They're going through about a bale a day at this point. So we do know that we have about 6 months left before we have to do another session to get us some regular grass. But there might be some areas, and I actually might use that new area to get a decent amount for them pretty soon. See why the opening here is important. Let's us cruise through and just drop them off there. Very nice. Let's double check capacity here, see how it's doing. Yeah, 2,500 liters of goat milk. I need to do some math later and see if we're overproducing milk that production can handle. And I have a feeling or a hope that happens eventually. Another thing we had in our back pocket, and it might be too early to start doing it. We got a ton of trees over there still. All these trees are ours too. So I'm gonna take some of these taller ones and we're gonna get them cut down and sent over to the sawmill. I'm gonna do a pretty good load here and hopefully that's enough for a month or two. We'll see how it goes. Just gonna start anywhere though and just get to chopping. Oh, that's a 13-meter one. That's all right. I'm really after these 25-meter length ones. Now I'm super curious to see how much this is gonna be. I'm guessing, gosh, probably maybe 10,000 liters. None of this is thick, so we'll see. This might get us by for another month. Didn't really, I mean, it was about 6 trees. Various sizes though. I just feel like this is gonna be easier to get in here than using the winch now. Yeah, I just loop in here. This is the way. A little bit more work, a lot more work, but it's what we're gonna have to do to keep this thing fed. So we're at 6,200 right now. And now we're at 14,000. All right, I think we need a little bit more, but I think we're gonna do some more work first. So I am gonna just leave that there. This looks pretty slick out here. Nice cut square, but I am going to leave a little bit of room for the water buffalo right here. And go probably to this third bale, and that's where I think I'm gonna cut across and do maybe another road. And we can turn these into roads. It's gonna be kind of boring and square, but I'll try to mix it up as much as I can. One of the things I'm learning right now about this game and the guided steering and everything, when we're trying to do things super fast, it seems like doing square fields is gonna be the best way to do things. So let's cut this across, and then I can make a field in between the roads. All right, that should do it for another road that'll cut through this property. And I don't know if that was in the center, but I think that'll do it. So let's find an area now on this side. It is farther away from everything, but I think it'll be wise. So we're gonna get to the beginning over here closer to our area. And I'm gonna try to make it not completely square, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so let's go about right here. Turn these back on and we'll try to go at 270 again. Like I said, this is a challenge, not trying to make this entertaining challenge and not make these just super boring fields. If you followed the channel for a while, you know I don't like square fields. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go about where that darker green is, and then I'm gonna start rounding to the right. So we'll go about like this, and we'll give it a little bit of a shape to it that's not completely square, and then we'll kind of loop back out, just kind of giving it a little bit of a personality. And I want to stay on this side of this tree line, and I'm probably going to keep these trees just to help us with naturally building curves to these fields. So yeah, I totally caved right now. We're not doing square at all. I can't do it, guys, and I think that's for the best. And I kind of messed up. I wanted to record this and create a custom field with course play, and I do plan on making those dirt roads at minimum, maybe gravel. But that's why I'm kind of staying off the road a little bit here. But we are going to connect it, and I think what I'll do is we'll shut off now just to get this outline done. We'll get the baler over here, and we're going to see if recording an FS25 is working to make custom fields on Courseplay. So if we clear this, we have this little record button, which should allow us to do it. We'll see if it's working. All right, so let's get our back tires right there. We'll turn this on so it's on. But then I want to click record, And we'll see how this goes. It looks like it's working. I don't know. I hope it does work. Okay, and I've never made a field this way with Courseplay, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. So let's go here. Let's get that menu up. Let's hit stop. Do you want to save the recording? Yes. Okay, did that do anything? Was that a complete waste? It was a complete waste of time. It was a complete waste of time. So what happens now? All right, so let's switch over here. If I do try to do this, oh, it's on here. It is on here. So we'll generate, and we can't really see. They're perfect. Okay, so settings, we're gonna go, I don't know, one more headland, that's fine. And then go to the map, generate it, back up a little bit. I don't know, guys. This is the way. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this real quick, get the trailer, get the bales out of the way, and then I'm gonna bale right behind them. Now, driving back and forth, I'm realizing the scale of this property. It is huge. Especially when I'm not driving the faster tractor, my goodness. So we're getting these all out of the way, see how they do. Doing ups and downs, and once we get these out of the way, we should be able to start baling. Yeah, maybe we made this too small. I don't know. We can always expand it. Back to baling. I know this part is still the same as it's been, but we're about to mix it up big time because of these fields. So we are finishing up here, doing the new road that we built. We have 52 bales at this point. You can see all of them out there. Decent sized field. And then after we're done with this, I'm gonna pick the bales up. We'll start cultivating that. I'd like to get something like soybeans in there, or maybe sorghum or canola. I'll have to look at the chart again on the ones that build or grow the fastest. I know oats is like 3 months, and then there's another one that's 4 months and 5 months, and soybeans is 6 months. Soybeans would be a good return on investment, but every 6 months cutting it versus some other crops that we could do every 4 to 5 months is what I'm kind of looking at. I also thought about doing poplar, but I don't think I want to do that in this playthrough. But I'm gonna get the rest of these wrapped up and then moved out of the way. We'll build another little stack over here so we can keep them separated from the ones we already have. And I don't know what the bale limit is on this game. I've never hit it, so I might look that up because I might get concerned eventually. All right, we got some bales out of the way. I don't know why I put those away that way, but we're gonna keep them over here. I'm not 100% sure how much more cutting I'm gonna do on this side before doing the big grass fields, so makes sense to just keep some of the stuff over here, even though I took the baler away. But will this even pick up? No, I didn't think so. But that's okay. We'll have to do this ourselves. We'll allow fields, make sure this is lowered, and we should be able to just cruise on the same path. Create the outline. We'll do a couple headlands to get us a good start here. Yeah, another nice field. I love it. And there's the outline. It feels significantly bigger than the oat field, which is more than welcomed. Man, I miss playing this way. We're gonna jump in the sky and take a look at all this. This is awesome. I'm loving this map right now. Loving the possibilities here. It's not just about the challenge for me. It's about building a pretty cool looking wilderness farm here. Taking a look from here, there's the new field. Pretty good size. There's a little spot I need to fix, but there's the huge grass field, the oat field. Look at that. Now, if we could buy that plot of land and connect it all together, that would be pretty ideal. Wow. Yeah, that worked good. But I do want to come in here and fix this before I forget. And that should take care of it. We'll do a little of this to finish the product there. It's like it never happened. Perfect. It's not a square. Got a little bit of roundness to it. I like it. I like it a lot. Now I have no clue if this is going to be enough lime, but we're going to give it a shot before we spend more money. 5,300 liters. I don't I don't think it's going to be enough, but like I said, we'll give it a shot. And we can generate a field now. That is beautiful. Lock into place and get going with this lime session. And we'll have to run to the store, I'm guessing, but we'll give it a shot. It got us closer than I thought it was going to get us. We are going to go buy probably like, I don't know, 4,000 to 6,000. Yeah, 4,000 to 6,000, probably 6,000 liters of lime just to have it. It's not too expensive. So we will head to the left and take the back route to the shop and see how that goes. Eventually I will get these laid down as roads, get the whole auto drive network set up on them. But right now, we'll do it ourselves. All right, we've gotten our 6,000 liters, just getting it filled up here. Trying to figure out where a good path would be to create over here. I know we don't own this land, but you know, the city, you know, the township or the county, whatever's out here, might be interested in approving some roads for us. I don't think here would be a good idea though. It's on the hill. We don't want to do that. And back at it. Turned that on a little too soon. Wasted a little bit, but that's all right. I think we're just gonna have 2 passes here, maybe 3, maybe that little, little section back there. And then we'll be all prepped. Well, we might put some fertilizer down, but I was gonna say, then we'd be all prepped to figure out what we're gonna do planting wise. And all done, it looks like 4,000 would have been enough. We'll have extra for later. Same song and dance here. I think this is gonna be enough though. We should have enough to do this, and let's just double check how we're looking. I didn't even check that. Yeah, no fertilizer, no fertilization out here at all, which is interesting compared to what we saw on the other fields, but we'll take it. We'll get the first application put down, and then we're gonna go fund the water buffalo. Yeah, we had plenty here. And if we do this right, I think we should be able to buy some equipment and not have to pay for fertilizer anymore, but we will see. Baby steps here, but 35 months to go. All right, we got lots of bales here. Go ahead and pick up a stack, drive to the farmer's market and back. What is this, 6 times or 7 times? Yeah, we got this. Why use the roads I made? That is just silly. Oh, the other thing with this bale trailer, look at that, I just let them go. They're just sitting in there now. They're not auto-loaded anymore. And now I can just drive through. Can just drive through, pick up our money, loop around, do it again. 33,000 there. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Finally made it with the last load, which felt like forever. But we have $276,000. We're gonna head home. We're gonna find a place to put the cow barn to get some water buffalo. Oh my goodness, I'm giving you guys the tour on mute. All right, here is the cow barn that we're gonna have our water buffalo in. It looks like this is gonna be, I don't know, is this for slurry? Maybe, like that's for slurry. Maybe this is manure. Oh, that's milk. That's where we get the milk. Chris, you're silly. But over here is where we buy the animals, and we have this nice gate that opens up both directions for us. Go ahead and open it up there, and that's how we can drive through if we're coming from that side, or this side is just automatically open for us. But you see inside, we got some tools, but we have a little area where we can drive through, drop off straw and food, and same on the other side. So this will be good. We're not gonna get any water buffalo today. We'll get them in February because we want the meadow to grow. Oh, look at the moon. And we didn't prepare any food, so that'll be the next step. $75,000 left. We got a little over $66,000 over there in silage being made. Nice progress on the first month of year 3. Guys, our shopping list and to-do list just got a lot larger. I am finally realizing, but there's a good amount of money. We're back to 108. So I overspent when it comes to the cow barn, and I will show you in a little bit. I spent a little bit of time decorating it and forgot that trees and bushes and fences and those things cost me money. $108,000. We want a planter. We need a harvester. We're gonna need probably a tanker to go get the milk and bring it over to the production. Once we do have the water buffalo, we're gonna need a tedder to make hay. Yeah, the shopping list just grew. We're still close to just making money, but we got like maybe $1 million to spend still. And I need to find time to cut down some trees too. So before we set up to do what I want to start February with, we're gonna head over and do a proper tour. We did not do that to end the month. It was kind of dark, so I didn't want to, show it off completely, but this is gonna look great in spring and summer and fall, I'm hoping. Don't see these trees right now with their leaves on them. They're all dead because it is February, but might have overdone it a little bit. So there's a little entrance there, another entrance here to the actual barn. Some decorations back here, kind of the back side of the barn, the broad side of the barn, and another entrance on this side, and a nice little path that leads us into where those double gates are. I think it's pretty awesome. I think at this point we have 55,000 meadow. Let's hop in here. I want to start small. I'm gonna spend about 10 grand. We'll do 8 of them. Trying to escape. Not so fast. So there's one of them, water buffalo. My first time seeing them in FS25, or I guess at all, since they weren't in FS22. Sun rays hitting them, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I can't wait to see this when it's all green. But let's go show you something else we did. Figured we'd just hop in the sky here real quick to kind of show a randomness of road layouts that I've created here. So we're gonna add a field here, a field here, and a field here. And also put a little bit of another farmyard. We need to get some sheds soon, but you know, money is money. We don't have a lot of it. And we need to get this planted. So lots of priorities, lots of things to do. We're waiting for that silage to turn, debating if I'm gonna sell all of it, if I'm gonna keep some of it. We definitely need a tedder next, and I think some of these fields that we're gonna cut right now, we're gonna dedicate some to hay, some to silage as well, but TMR is not gonna be a thing really. We need a mixer too until we get some straw, so we got some things to do. And I think for the sake of storing hay, we're gonna start with this one. Let's lower everything. And we're gonna open this, and no reason to drop swath here. So we will change the work mode. Control Y. We want both of them to be wide spreading, like so. And we'll start just making this field. Same thing we did last month. Away we go. Front is on, okay. So yeah, then we'll get a tedder. We'll look into the prices of that. There's one that was 44,000 that is the biggest, but I don't know if we need it. I don't know how often we're gonna be making hay. But it'll be nice to see the size of these fields as we get them cut. And all complete with the cutting of this field. I'm gonna leave the mowing equipment over here because I'm not 100% sure that I'm gonna be doing another field today. So we'll keep it here. We'll see how it goes. We might need to switch over to the real grass field and get the silage going because that'll be due in March. But we'll see how far we get. We wanna check on the silage now that's over here. Oh yeah, I forgot about how heavy this is. Whew, should drop the back first when we do this. But yeah, we'll check on the silage here, see if it's ready to go make some money off of it. And then, yeah, a tedder's next. All right, let's take a look here. Silage, is it all? No, nope, we got some that are at 90% still, 89%. All right, let's look at the store. So looking at tedders now, we have a 17 meter one for $44,000. The next step down is just about 9 meters, but it's so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Oh, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I don't know how often we're going to be doing tedding, so we're going to go ahead and buy the cheaper one. Yeah, the bigger one would have been nice, but I think this will do the trick. Cruise around 9 miles an hour. Like I said, I don't know how often we're going to do this. And once this is an actual like field and we're doing it on, we can have workers help us. But I'll have to do all this myself since this is not a field yet. We'll get the windrower next. Probably take a break on this field and take care of a few other things first, but yeah, goal is to get some hay baled up today. Probably that mixer we looked at a few episodes ago, the TMR mixer, I think it was 50 grand. It'd be nice to have that and not ever have to worry about mixing or buying a feed mixer. Just drop it into the grain cart that we have and drop off the food. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Took a little longer than I wanted, but it is what it is. Got a lot of hay out here now. Let's go ahead and drop this off here and we'll check on the silage once again. All right, let's see if we see any. 94%. Wow. Okay, we're gonna check again at 11, but I do need to probably get some lumber going. We'll do that real quick and then we'll get back to windrowing. But we do have a road that connects us, kind of. I don't know what we're gonna do with this oat field. After we harvest it, we're gonna make the road go this way as well. We might cut through the grass field. I haven't decided yet. It might make sense to go through the grass field and do it along this tree line here and connect to this little farmyard. But we will connect that for now and do some quick lumber work. All right, big jump cut there. We do have 23,000 liters in the sawmill now, so that should get us for about a day and a half. I think it'll definitely get us through March. Silage should be ready. I do want to see what our dollar amount is looking like. And as far as the goat cheese and bottled milk, we're going to be holding on to that for a little bit until the prices are good. I did want to check to see if they were still good here in February since they peak in January, but I think we'll just hold off. Even though I do need a lot of money for the harvester I want. We'll put that here for now and grab this silage and go see where the bank account's sitting after that. Gonna be 3 trips, and I'm not sure what the fastest way to the store is, but I thought I'd take an opportunity to kind of show what we did with this road. It does go around the whole square. We did kind of see that already, but we haven't really seen it this way. I went to the other side of the field, of the grass field, and then looped around. So right now, if we just stayed on the roads, it's a very long journey because we're still going the wrong direction right now. So we do need that cut across road right there. Once we cut the grass, maybe in March here, we'll fix that. Oh, I didn't come out here and cut these trees down. That'll be the next area that I take trees from, is right here and up in front of us. Got to get those taken care of. And prices should still be about the same as they were. 33, just under 34,000 per load, so we'll get another 33 plus a couple bales. Well, those little stagnant or extra bales, we might keep those to start getting the TMR mix going here in a little bit, but we need straw, so maybe not. And I am gonna leave. They're just 3 bales. I'm not gonna sell those today. We're sitting at 150, so we know it's about 50,000 to get the fermenting silo going. And about, I think it was, let's just look in instead of guessing. Yeah, and 25,000 for this. It'll hold 8,000 liters. So until we are producing more than 8,000 a month, I think it would be plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that so we have it. And just in the mood to get this all taken care of. Loading area missing. I don't know what that's all about, but we do want the mixer here. You can see the inputs and the output. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to smooth this land out first, I think. Let's go ahead and grab flat right there and make this bigger, and just over exaggerating really what we need, but we can fix it afterwards. And again, the only reason why I'm okay with doing this right now is because it's a challenge and I want it to still look good even though we're making videos. So let's go ahead and grab it now, and it should fit here pretty good. It's flat right there. Why is it doing that? All right, let's see what it does. All right, I dig it. Now we can clean up these edges, make it look a little more natural here. And just kind of widen this road a little bit. I don't like it that much. Not a huge fan of that, but I think that'll do. We can get our tank later on when we need it, but let's get back, start rowing, and making some progress. So hopefully we still have $75,000 or $74,000. We have some lumber to sell next month, and we'll have in April, well, gosh, that's too late. We're not gonna be able to get our harvester in time. We probably should have prioritized that first, but I guess what we'll do is cut the grass in March, and in April, we know we'll get around $200,000 for that. So that should definitely get us in the range to get a harvester. Not necessarily as big a one I'm hoping for, but we'll see when the time comes. The oats are gonna be ready in March, but I don't think we're gonna be able to harvest them until probably June or May, probably May. And we gotta fund that planter somehow. Competing priorities. Probably did things in the wrong order, but that's okay. So I thought their health would start climbing when they have meadow, but only 40%. So dropping some hay in here after we bale it might be beneficial, even though it's not TMR. So I think we might go down that route. Similar to what we did at the beginning of Riverbend Springs, but I'm heading over here to get the seeder because we're gonna have multiple fields and we can start doing the planting with the planter later on. Instead of waiting for that, we might as well just get a crop in the ground. And the seed, just remembering our options, canola, we'll probably do canola just to mix it up. Canola, we don't wanna do rice. We don't want to do oilseed radish, peas, spinach, wheat, barley, and oats. Yeah, let's do canola. All right, we are here. We're going to have a worker take care of this, and away they go. We'll check on them in a little bit, but we need to get over to the case tractor and start doing the windrows. Being mindful of time, trying to make sure we get a lot done today, though. And I think we'll just do like straight rows here. Be easy to pick them up as well. Not too bad. Making some cool progress. Mixing it up. All right, finally got this all rowed back up so we can go grab the baler next and get them water buffalo some food finally. They're doing awesome over here, planting the canola for us. We'll have to make sure it's going good though. We'll go back over there later on, but got to get some of this food for the water buffalo. Hay should not wrap, so I shouldn't have to worry about that, and we should just be able to cruise around and get this done pretty quickly. I think we are going to take a break here, switch over to this tractor, and grab the bale trailer and get some of those bales moved over for them to get healthy. So even if they only produce a little bit of milk, you know, not the 100% health milk, I think it'll definitely be worth it still to get this over there and get them start to be fed. So we'll pick some of these up. I think we'll take like 6. And then we'll save the rest for making TMR later on, even though we might have to give them some more because we're not gonna have straw yet. But we can take this back road here, cruise on over there. Oh, we didn't connect it completely, but we need to eventually. I'm not 100% sure what I wanna do with the fields directly across from me. We might save a little bit of land for like a ranch build out. Hopefully this isn't too tall to fit through those doors. And we should be able to just do that now, let them kind of hang out. Are they going to be low enough too? Let's see. It is taking them perfect. So now we can just cruise straight through here, hang a left, and we're good. So what did that do capacity wise though? Gave them 27,000, a little over 27,000 in hay. It was probably 28,000. They ate a little bit already. And so do we instantly see their percentage going up? Not yet, but that will tick over the next hour. We'll take a look. And back to baling. The baling is done. Feels good. We are gonna need to get these bales out of the way so we can cultivate this. We're gonna really need, well, let's go ahead and drop that one. We're gonna really need the case to focus on cutting the grass next month. So we're gonna need all of this horsepower freed up just for that. So, and this is the only thing that can really use the cultivator. Well, no, we're going to use this over by the yard next month. So we'll bring this back and pick up the cultivator. And then we'll move the bales. Making some really good progress. I'm loving the change here. They're still working on planting. Got to have them finish that today. And I was hoping to possibly run the weeder through it. But we could do that tomorrow. No big deal. Yeah, 16 bales. Hopefully that's enough for a good start. Just get that put there. And yeah, this is the last thing I want to do this month. Are they even planting? Yeah, they're doing good. Okay, they're starting the headlands. I do want to keep it a little farther off the road than I cut originally. But let's go ahead, do exactly what we did with the other field. Get this going, get it turned into a field so that next month we can have one of the other tractors focus on getting it all ready to be planted and possibly get it planted. Probably not though. Who knows? You'll find out in a few minutes. Man, I hope this comes across this way for you guys. This is so much more rewarding to me than starting with a starter farm and a bunch of equipment already like we did in Riverbend Springs, like we did in the White Farm. I love playing this way. We might have got a head start with the log forks and the trailer, but we had nothing. We really had nothing and had to work up to this point where I'm able to now focus on creating fields pretty much monthly right now and constantly expanding and making a bigger, more profitable farm. And I feel like, gosh, guys, I feel like I'm at home. I feel like this is cattle ranch on steroids and I'm loving it. Another field created. Feeling good, guys. That's gonna do it for February. Well, harvesters are gonna be expensive. They're gonna be the main problem for us. $67,000 puts our total at 140. Let's look at the store and I'll explain why. Right now we have an awesome deal, an amazing deal right now. $240,000 for this S7 John Deere combine here. We're just not going to be able to afford that. And I would like to get harvesting going today. And our options are kind of slim for our price range. We could get the Massey Ferguson. We could go with the Nova 330. Was not wanting to. I guess we temporarily could, especially this small field. This is where leasing would be nice. But I don't see any way to get that much money that quick other than waiting for this harvest and selling all the silage first, which might be what we end up doing. Seasonal growth is off, so the crop won't go bad, so that is an option, just not the one I wanted to go with. And before too long, we're gonna have to find somewhere to store all these goods. We're starting to get a good pile up here, and I'm thinking moving this fence back and putting some storage right here might be the best approach. Probably gonna need all 3 tractors today. We already have the grass going. We got the case cutting the grass for us. We're gonna get that baled as quick as possible today so that can turn into silage and sell it as soon as we can in April. But I did want to also head back over and take a look at the field we've just planted, the canola field, and see what's needed there next. And trying to decide how much of a head start I wanna give the mowing before I have a worker hop on the baling. And there they go. Man, what a big job. Oh, we forgot to turn. Oh, that's devastating. Let's stop. Stop. Work mode was incorrect. I'll have to rake up that. Okay, nearest waypoint, go forth. Oh, slow down, buddy. Slowed your roll. So excited to get back on here. And look at these oats that we're not gonna be able to harvest. Glad we caught that early though. It's just the headland that we'll have to clean up there. That does kind of change my plan, so I am gonna just give a worker to take care of these weeds. I'm gonna grab the windrower with this tractor. This place is looking empty because everything's over at the new area right now. And we'll row that up and potentially bale, gosh, the headland ourselves. We'll see how it looks when we set it onto a worker. And I thought I would just check on the cattle here while we are driving by. Health is only up to 48%. Only 43 liters of milk. Interesting. And it seems like the width is just about right for this to work. Are we gonna run into each other? That was close. So if we lose a little bit, it'll be just on that edge there. And we'll, hopefully, they'll line up. Otherwise, yeah, we might have to bail this ourselves. I'm interested to see if this is gonna work. I had to go to the first waypoint, which I'm not sure exactly where that is, but they'll head that way. And I might just clean up afterwards so I can get other things prioritized and get a lot of these wrapped already. And it looks like, yeah, just a little bit too far to the left. That's all right. We'll deal with that later. All right, it's a challenge. I'm gonna drop my pride. We are gonna start with the Nova. If we get to upgrade it, awesome. If we don't get to upgrade it, I think we'll live with it. Only a 6-meter width here, but our fields aren't too huge. It should do us good. We'll, yeah, it'll be fine. All right, that one is heading this way. We're gonna go ahead and take this back over to the new little farmyard. And oh, I think, yeah, I wanna get this little spot here that they missed. But this is looking good. But this will not produce straw for us. So we need to make sure we plant something on this field across the street that will produce straw for us next. And because oats are so quick, I might do oats again. And then once we get a planter, I can start mixing in some more profitable crops. Don't think this is gonna be enough to get the second application of fertilizer down, but we're gonna give it a shot before we buy some. All right, here goes nothing. And then I'm gonna jump in the menus here just to make sure. Yeah, that's looking good. Starting to look like a farm out here. Trying to get a good angle so I don't waste any product because we're so close. I don't think we have enough though. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, that'll do for now. That's not bad. Not bad, there's that little speck. And for the first time on the 5 and 5 challenge, we are harvesting. Gonna make sure it's dropping swath here. Perfect. Oh, we missed a little. This is nice. This is exciting. We'll see how it does climbing the hill. And I have no idea how much we're gonna get here, but we'll find out. I assume we'll fill this up at least once, so we'll have to get the grain cart over here, and we do not have a silo. And I don't think there's one for $34,000. So we're gonna be selling crops right away until we can afford that. Or just hold on to it until we need the grain cart, I guess. Here's the first climb at 5 miles an hour still. Feels like it's starting to slow down, but got back up to 6, so I think we might be okay. Down to 4, 3, here we are. Okay, come on, we can do it. Might have to just go downhill on this side. And I know people said we wouldn't go this way. We would just go against the terrain, really, where the slope is, go the direction I'm facing right now. I'm sorry, I don't know the right words to describe that. And no clue how long I've been on mute, but we have the harvest started over there. The grain cart's been working pretty good. We just started planting some oats in the new field. I figured we would do that since we need straw. We definitely need straw. The canola is not going to produce straw. And right now the one oat field is the only one we have. So working on getting some bale wrap over to the baler, and then I will help the harvester unload with this, using it as our utility tractor, even though, you know, it's kind of small. I'm hoping it can pull the grain cart, but we'll find out shortly. Yep, here they are putting in the oats, doing the work for us, and this is starting to get close to being full. Yeah, let's look at prices right now. Yeah, they're pretty terrible, pretty bad. Well, actually, yeah, they're about in the mid, so we'll get a little bit of cash from this. Well, the first harvest is complete. And not sure what we're gonna do. I think we do need to sell this stuff today to free up the cart, because I do want to get some TMR going. But right now we're kind of just, well, that's picky. That is picky. We're kind of just waiting for the baler to be freed up to get the straw moved over to the cattle barn fermenter. And we have 3 bales of silage to start with, so we'll get those over there as well, and the hay eventually today. But the total for the harvest was 13,314 oats. I think, what, about 15,000 we're gonna get here? Maybe close to 20. 21, not bad. We'll take it. We're a tiny little harvest. And we're about to pick up some fertilizer and bale wrap, but I thought I would drop and do some maintenance real quick. Just see how bad it is. And we need to get some fuel as well. Yeah, $1,000, might as well do that. It's the only thing I'm worried about for that. We'll do 3,000 fertilizer. Let's do that twice. Let's do 6,000. And we'll do a little bit of wrap. And they need refilled. We're on our way. And all done with the baling of grass. I'm gonna go straight into picking up some of this straw and prioritize getting some feed over to the water buffalo. And then we need to check on the grass field that was getting planted, because I want to get some fertilizer on that. It's not grass field, sorry, the new oat field. And then we need to finish moving the bales off the grass field so we can put fertilizer down there. And that's the rest on my list for the month of March. So we can climb this hill fine with the baler here, otherwise we'll be going up there and turning around. But I'll bust this out and we'll get some TMR mix. Why is it wrapping straw? Is that a thing? That should be off now. Okay, I think we're finally done here. Good amount of bales. Should be a good start for the straw operation. Got that passed so we could do 2. Let's loop around and get that. Maybe get another bale here. I don't think so, though. Runaway. We got a runaway. Yeah, just a little tiny bit there. Let's go ahead and unload that, though. We don't want any extra straw in here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy on out to start fertilizing this field, and then they'll do the grass field for us later. But I wanted to grab the case. We'll drop off the seeder, and we're going to go get the bale trailer, and I want to get all the hay, some straw, and these 3 silage bales over to the mixer production and see about getting some TMR right now. See how quick that operation is. I think what we're going to do is pick up at least 26 of these to put aside for feed, and we'll see how that does. And if that lasts us 3 months, then we know we can do that each time we cut silage. But also we have plenty of grass that we were still going to cut to make new fields that we could make silage for TMR as well. We have all the ingredients except for the one that takes the most. We only have 3. Well, we have the least of the thing we need the most of. We only have 3 silage bales and a good amount of the other bales. Not bad. Nice to finally start using this facility. See how this works. Oh, they're not going to take them. We'll loop around. Or we'll tip. Will it work this way? Really? Is this place not going to take bales? Gosh, I'm not going to lie. I was driving over here thinking this might be the case. Okay. Input hay. Oh, it took some straw. But what is it? Why? Is it like a height thing? It is a height. It's like a small hitbox. Oh boy. Gotta hold it like right in the perfect spot. Okay. Good to know. But it won't. There it goes. All right, let's take a look at this. Tip zone shows it's really tall. It's just super skinny. All the ingredients are there, so we might as well activate it and see how quick it runs through it. It's not terrible. So one of the things I noticed is we were full on straw, but not hay. So I don't really understand why this isn't working. Having some issues. I tried to fix it myself and no luck. So I don't know if it's something on my game's end, but it's struggling. I can't get this hay to go in there. I think we got all of the silage. Let me see if it just doesn't like that bale. But every once in a while I get one to just work fine, and then the rest don't. So I don't know if I have some mod issues going on. Nothing there. Like, we turn on F5 and it's clearly in the trigger. I mean, this whole big square is what shows up as the trigger. This smaller square I'm not really sure on. But it's not happy. It is not happy. Okay, let's make sure this works. Does. Now, do I have a different tipping setting that I can use here? U left, grain door. Yeah, let's do that. That way, oh, it still does tip it all the way though. I was worried about it hitting the ceiling in here. So they have a little bit of TMR. Just confused. So this has 4,500. And it should take more hay. Let me try something. Okay, that was my modified version. Let's see if I can get this to work again. I'm so confused. Does it have like a total capacity or something? Let me look at this XML. No, I can't see anything. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna speed up time and see if this ends up taking more from me at any point. I don't know how well this is gonna come across on YouTube, but you can see the netting on this one, right? So let's turn super strength on. We're gonna put this, it's like the perfect spot right here. It should take it. Let's let go of it. It doesn't do anything, right? But I come over here, I'm gonna use, I forget what this app's called, Power Tools. We're going to spawn object and a bale of hay, same size we have right there. But this one that spawns doesn't have any of that netting on it. Let's do this. Let's push it out of the way and let go. And it's gone. It took it, but it won't take this one, which makes me wonder if I go over to the farmer's market, is this one gonna work over there? Okay, we're at the farmer's market. We're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna throw it in there. And it took it. So, for whatever reason, that mod doesn't like the wrapped ones with the netting. They're not even wrapped. I guess they are wrapped with netting, but so I'm gonna look at this object's XML and store items and see if I can figure out what the heck's going on. Did a little digging and I'm confident this mod is 100% acting correct, that this seems like a bug in the game. And straw, let's see if a little bit of straw, just before we completely move on from this topic. Now, we should be able to get this to about 40,000 unless it's having the same problems with this, but I thought all of our straw looked like this. So we put it down, it's just not taking it. All right, I'm going to fast forward and then get this down to like 38,000 potentially. All right, so it can take 1,000. Let's stop now. And we'll go here. And it did take about, took some from it. 5,000. This one is now, yeah, it took a couple hundred from it. Let's grab another one because it should take a whole 1,000. So this one has 5,000 and it's like it won't take it because it's full. So maybe that's a thing. All right, we're not gonna save, but we're gonna come back in this and finish this episode. But I want to drop this down. I guess this is 5,000, so we want to get this to like 34,000. Missing material, so let's spawn in some silage. Let me slow down the time while we do that. Silage, let's go with the biggest ones. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so we got some silage here and took it. What is this one? What do we got here? Some silage. some square bale silage. It took it. So now we can continue on with our test. All right, we'll know when we see it. I'm gonna try again. Just testing a theory here. Testing a theory that it's not taking it unless it can take all of it. And it's not the case. So I don't know why this one won't get taken. Let's slow it down. We'll try the same song and dance. I don't understand why they were sometimes working too earlier. Spawn, that was straw. So we'll do a bale of straw, 5,000. Comes out, it is just straw. Nothing wrapping around it. And it took it. It's gotta be a bug, right? We were getting really technical there for a minute, but we're back. I'm wondering is, this mod looks like it would work. It probably works completely perfect if it was an FS22 mod. I'm wondering if there's a new way to indicate things like straw and hay with the new balers, since we do have netting and wrap now. I'm wondering if there's just something that needs to change, and I forgot the bale trailer, to make that stuff work. It just seems odd. It seems like it should work, right? So, sounds like a bug in the game or something that I wasn't able to find real quick. Like, there's a couple changes I could have tried to the XML that I'll probably try after recording this to see if I could get it to work, but it seems bizarre to me. And the other thing I was thinking was, we're using a modded baler as well, so maybe there's something different about that. Maybe if I grabbed a base game baler, it would just work. So you're like, is this mod causing another mod not to work? Anyways, that was a lot more than I wanted to get into on that. Let's get back to some farming. So what we have to do left, even though it's pretty late because we lost some time, we need to pick up all these bales so we can get this sprayed with fertilizer. And I want to also get the weeder on the field that we just planted. We did put some more oats in the ground. I want to get the weeder on that to potentially take care of all the weeds today so we don't have to in April. But I'm going to get these all out of the way, get a different tractor probably on spraying the fertilizer, and then try to get those weeds done. And I think that's probably gonna do it for March. Gosh, the technical brain's going. I don't think it's a bug. I think it's a unknown change to fill types that I'm gonna dig into more, because the farmer's market worked. So that tells me it's not completely, you know, it's not the game. It might not be the game's fault. There just has to be a different way to indicate those other type of bales, because right now it just wants the old ones from basically the FS22 ones. I hope that makes some sense. Dang, we need to clean this stuff. I need to do that in between episodes. Stuff got messy. All right, let's see. Worker, you got this? All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab that weeder, and I'm gonna use, you know, the steering assist, because there is no weeds yet. There are no weeds yet. They haven't grown yet, but they say they're growing. So the theory is we should be able to just run the weeder over them, and in the morning when we wake up, there'll be no weeds in the ground. We could do it tomorrow, but we have some time, and I wanted to tackle it today, and I'm noticing we missed some right here. Those might be too long for a weeder now. All right, we're gonna give this a shot. You know, I'm gonna rely on the guided steering where it tells me that we've been, because I can't tell when I've gone over things other than the headland. That's pretty obvious. So we'll see how it goes. And I don't think, and this is a thing that's always confused me about this, and I've gotten onto ramble. You guys got me in ramble mood. It shows no weeds, but we hop out here and it says weeds growing. So that's always been a part that confuses me. We visibly can't see them, and I think that's why they don't show up on that chart as green, but they do show up when we hover over the field as growing. So I think this does take care of them. I know I've done it in the past, and it seemed to work fine. It just always confuses Chris's brain. Yeah. My brain. And I think we're done. Let's go ahead and fold this up and get it home. We'll check on the fertilizer, see how that's going. I might go over and top them off on whatever TMR has been generated since we were over there last. We'll find a solution. We'll find a solution for the mixer, whether it's just giving us something to help. I have an idea that we might get a gift from the dealership next week just to make it easier, because I do like that mod. It's definitely my style of playing. We might have to redesign this a little bit to give us some room to maneuver around here. I think we pulled it off though. It's another 8,700. I think this will be more than enough for what they need right now. But I think it'll be wise to top them off just in case it isn't. Sneak on in here, turn around, make sure everything's going good. Let's hop out. And I don't know if we'll do straw yet. We don't have a manure pit. And I've heard issues about the manure pits, so I don't know where I would even put it. So I was kind of looking. But they're finishing up this fertilizer here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Welcome back to the 5 and 5 challenge. It is year 3. We're in the middle of it right now. It is April. We're just feeding the cattle right now, the little bit of TMR that we have left. And that should do it. Last episode, we had some issues with the mixer, and I played around with it a lot more than I really wanted to. So what I've decided is we're gonna get rid of this, and there is a good amount of stuff in here. We have 37,000 liters of straw and about 22,000 liters of hay, and some of this silage over here is still fermenting, but I want to get through all the hay and straw that's in here, or as close as I can, before I make that change. So we just need some of that to turn, mix it, and then we'll get rid of it. And we'll probably go with something like this PF2.24 plus. It holds 24,000 liters, it looks like. And it's $55,000, so roughly about the same amount that we were spending on the mixer itself, which was $50,000. So that is the main task that we have going on right now. I'm gonna get this washed up. The other things we wanna get taken care of in this episode is, just the daily chores, making sure the goats have enough food. So we're gonna cut another field and create another field, but we're gonna turn that into grass bales this time and store it over by the goats. We also need to sell a little bit of our lumber that's building up and get some storage for all the products coming from the dairy. But we also have to make sure we're keeping the dairy fed. So we're gonna move some pallets right now. We got a little bit of milk that generated. There's 1,000 liters in this one here, and a good amount of lumber we need to get stacked on the trailer, because there's something used that I have my eyes on. And getting enough money to be able to afford that item that's on the used market is gonna be my #1 priority right now. So I'm gonna get all of these stacked up here, try to get them as good as possible. Should be able to fit them all. We've been having to stack them pretty high because this sawmill is doing a great job producing goods for us. We also did a lot of talks about potentially buying a planter, and I still think that would be wise to be able to get a variety of crop types going. I really do want to do soybeans. I feel like it is a nice financial crop, as well as I believe it's sorghum that we can do with the planter, or canola. I always get those two mixed up. But the additional crop types that are available to us by getting a planter are just so tempting to me to really help speed up our progress on a few things. Just got to get these strapped in and get the rest of them loaded, and we'll go see how much money we made. I feel like today's gotta be the day that we finally slow down on purchasing things though, but we still have to get the essentials and everything that we need to finish this challenge and set ourselves up for success. But today we're going to hit pretty much the halfway point, where we'll be 2.5 years through this challenge. And if we aren't making a profit by then, I feel like we're putting ourselves in jeopardy to actually succeed on this challenge. And here we are to see what kind of money it's gonna bring in today. 62,000, that's gonna put us really close. Let's head to the store, see if that item that I am hiding from you guys is still available for us to purchase. And it appears to be. For $67,000. This is a piece of equipment that we don't necessarily need, but I would absolutely love to have a telehandler to move pallets around and feed the water buffalo. I think it would be very, I just like it, guys. I think I handle bales and pallets a lot better with a telehandler. That also means we have to get some attachments for it. And I think to start with, we will just do the pallet fork for $2,000. Now, this does mean that we're gonna have a little bit of a shortage on funds to buy a planter and the feed mixture. So we will do that after the silage ferments. And we'll most likely use it over by the cattle first, the water buffalo. So I'll head that way with it, and that's where it'll stay for now. And just cruising on up here to get an idea of how much we're gonna enjoy this thing. Yeah, I've been able to snag 2 bales pretty easily with it, and I'm not gonna put them in yet because they are still grass, but I did want to just kind of, see how I like it. And it'll be nice because we have that the food mixer. We can just lift them up, drop them in, kind of hold it over it real easily, while we're only letting a certain percentage of the bale in. But let's go ahead and put that down for here right now. These are 73% fermenting, so it'll be a couple hours still. So I think the next thing on our task list is to see how our fields are doing. And taking a look at the new oat field, it does show that it needs rolled and it needs lime. which is interesting. I thought we did that. Looks like I missed a step. We'll have to remember that next time, but that's good. That's why we should be double checking everything we're doing. The weeds did not grow, so using that weeder after planting definitely took care of that. On this other field over here, we did the weeding the next day, which took care of the weeds as well, but I think it's a nice process to get used to take care of them right after planting. Yeah, and the canola's growing good, so sorghum is the other crop type that I want to plant, along with soybeans that we need a planter for. But you see here, 100% fertilized, 95% yield bonus, just needs rolled, which we won't be doing. Growing pretty good. And looking at the growth phase, they do appear to be, are they the same color? It looks like they're a similar color. They'll be close to when they're ready to harvest at the same time. Now this field here, I'm undecided. I'll probably plant something just to do it, but yeah, I'm not excited about that. And I do have the mower set up because the goats' food is getting a little low, so that'll be on our priority list right now to start cutting what's gonna be our newest field, our next field that we're gonna generate and create here. And we're gonna turn those into grass bales just to feed the goats. And if you remember from a few episodes ago, we did this road layout here to help me separate these fields and create unique designs for them. So we're gonna go with this one directly to the west of the oat field and get a decent outline cut of it and see how many bales we can get from that. I'm a little sad that some of these areas weren't as thick as they could have been when it comes to cutting the grass. So some of the areas were pretty bald when it cut it, and we didn't get any grass to drop. So we'll see how many bales we get out of it. It should be fine. We should get plenty for the goats. We have plenty of other areas that we could cut if, things got bad enough and we needed more bales, but it's time to make sure this is configured correctly. I believe we have the wraps shut off right now, so this should just finish this bale and drop it for us. Yeah, it did not wrap it. Perfect. That's what we needed. And there's a special offer on a John Deere 7810. Fight the temptation, Chris. Let's get this baling done. We do have a little bit of rain in the forecast here, but we've gotten the goats enough feed for approximately 12 to 18 months. So that should be well more than we need for now. And we can focus on just making money off of the land directly. We're indirectly making money by feeding the goats. So the next thing on my list is going to be to cultivate this field, get it limed, and then we're going to check on the silage again, because I think at that point it'll be ready. But we got to get this lowered and activated, and we'll just cruise around here. Hopefully this rain doesn't get too bad and it doesn't get too muddy around here. But getting another field created feels really good. And get these connected here, and I want to take a look in the sky and just see what kind of shape we got going. Yeah, I mean, it matches the road layout that we did, and you can kind of see what the next field's going to look like. Again, we're not decided exactly what we're going to do with that area. But enough admiring our work. We gotta stay busy. Well, the rain has not let up, but it's a little later than I was hoping we got this done. But the good thing about that is the silage should be ready to sell. But first, we're gonna get that mixer production a little bit more silage so it can start producing a little more TMR while we still have it. Stick with that plan we talked about with burning through the goods that are stuck in it right now before we demolish it. And this field is all done. We're going to get a worker going on liming it for us while I focus on getting the silage moved over to the feed mixer and selling the silage that we're comfortable with selling. And that should help us keep making progress on here. And then after we sell that silage, we're going to look at planters, and we're super close to not buying anything anymore except for the TMR mixer and potentially an upgraded seeder, but I'm still not completely convinced that I need that yet. Just looking at the one we have, it is only 3 meters. It would be nice to have something larger, but we're running out of time. We can always have a worker help us with that, and it makes the pain a little easier to deal with. I'm going to take the case Puma with me because we're going to move the bales with it, the ones we sell, but we will use the Merlot to repopulate the silage in the feed mixer. All right, let's see how these are looking. Looks pretty good to me. This one's still 99%. All right, let's get that one in there. That'll get the production back up and running. Yeah, 3,500. I'm not sure exactly how much TMR this will turn into. It's got to be close to, I don't know, 5,000. Oh man, this thing's so picky. Will that take it? Not even gonna take these unwrapped, huh? Yeah, there's something majorly wrong. Let's see if some of these are done. We're gonna use super strength to abuse it real quick. Yeah, and see if it'll take these unwrapped ones. I was trying to role play wrapping or unwrapping them and then dropping them in there. Yeah, maybe it's my game, something corrupt with my save file. I'm guessing mod conflicts or something's causing this, because this is just weird that it was taking them for a little bit. Also, I'm gonna exit the game and make sure I don't have my broken version that I tried to fix installed right now. Not looking super promising. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm not convinced that there isn't a mod conflict or something causing these issues. It's just beyond bizarre to me. But we have all of this saved up. We'll guess switch to selling silage so we can get money to get an actual feed mixer in here. We have plenty of capacity right now since we only have 8 water buffalo, but eventually that's going to become a problem, and I want to get it resolved sooner than later. I don't think I'll be too stressed about losing what's in the silo. We can recover from that. No need to cheat in any resources. Though straw, I guess we could make TMR without straw, so we can always make hay on the fly as well instantly. So silage is always the thing that takes the most time if you're not taking straw into account there, because you do have to have the crop grow, harvest the crop, bale the straw. You know what I mean. All right, well, we're gonna get all this sold, hoping it's around $150,000, $160,000, and we can get a planter and the TMR mixer. We'll get reimbursed for the TMR mixer eventually, but we do have to buy it first. Well, we'll get reimbursed for most of it. And before we load these, just gonna scan, see if I do see any that say 99% still. Yep, there's one there. That's good that we checked. So I just need a little bit more time to pass before I'm comfortable moving. Oh my goodness, there's so many. All right, I'll see you in a little bit with the financial update. And before we sell everything and I give you that update, we're gonna buy 4 bags of lime, go pick up said lime and get this worker started on that field. Hopefully 10,000 liters is enough, but there they go. So while I was driving back and forth, was thinking about the things that we still need, and an upgraded trailer would be nice to move goods, but we could use this one. The big missing piece for me after the planter and maybe an upgraded seeder is gonna be a silo. Or some bins, something to be able to store our grain in and not have to sell it right away so we can get tip-top price for those. So something to think about. But we are sitting at $212,000. It's time to do a little bit of shopping. Okay, time to browse the catalog, see what's good. And we'll start out with the absolute essential. We did talk about the PF224. And I spent some time over the last few days going back and forth between the Maxima here and the Maestro. So what we have here is fertilized unit comes on it, but this one requires cultivation. This one does 2. See, is there any that are direct drills? No yeah, all the way up to the Kenzie here to get a direct drill. So that's not something that we'll take into consideration, but we will take size into consideration here, where we get 6.7 here, but no fertilization. But this one can be upgraded to have the fertilization for $70,000. This one comes with it, and it's $59,000. And then we could go with the same one we have on Riverbed and Springs, but I don't want to do that. So I think I am going to go with saving money and losing about a meter worth of width and go with the Maxima. I think that would be wise. In combinations, we could add the extension to it to get more capacity, but I think we'll start with just this. And if that becomes an issue, is that required? Oh, that might be required. If that's the case, we'll just go with this one. Front weight might be needed, but I don't think it's gonna be, but we do want to have the fertilization distribution units, so $70,000. We'll go ahead and buy it. So we spent $125,000. We're down to $86,000. A silo is, probably the only thing else that we require. We have some seeds, so we're good with that. And I'm just gonna put this on the front so I can take both of these home right now. Okay, we're gonna drop this in this vicinity for now. We'll come back and try it. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We'll come back and try it out in a little bit. I did get some seed preloaded in this, so I guess now we can switch that to put it on the back. Didn't we buy the fertilization distribution unit? So then that means we need to buy this for the fertilizer to go in. I've never used these setups, so sorry if I'm a little mistaken there, but we'll go with this for now. We can buy that upgrade later on, though. It was only $18,000, and we'll get 2 steps done at once. It looks like they are done with the lime. They had enough. Yeah, I think we are gonna go back to the store and do that. Not gonna lie, it's pretty slick looking together. And it looks like there's just a little spot that they missed when they ran out here. We'll live with it. And we're not in desperate need for any type of crop to be done anytime soon. So I thought, might as well go with soybeans, even though they take a little longer than some other crops. But gosh, 9 miles an hour, this is pretty slick. This will be ideal. So we'll just drive around till all of this white stuff's gone and we get the soybeans in the ground. So it was nice to be able to plant without guided steering and the steering assist, but it's time to feed the cattle. So I'm gonna get a hay bale here. We'll start with 1 and see how the ratio works on this mixer. I haven't used it before in 25. I assume it's the same as 22, but I don't remember the combination. So the help menu should help us here. We'll get this open and just drop in a hay bale. Probably do the whole thing, grab a silage bale next, and go from there. Well, let's unwrap this because it feels dirty. Well, it has the other wrap on it. Can I get that off? Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we're putting it in this way. I was going to say it feels dirty to put in a wrapped bale into a feed mixer. Well, let's get this attached and drop it in and see where we're sitting. I don't know how many we're going to need, so we'll slowly make this first mixture and we'll figure it out over time. But let's just drop this in here. Let go, please. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So that's 8,000 liters. So there's a little more hay than silage in those bales. So that gives us a good runway with hay, but it is total mixed ration. So we do know we can make that without adding any straw, but straw makes it a little, you know, cheaper, a little better for the cows to have a good mixture of everything. All right, so I think after adding one hay and one silage, we're gonna grab another hay bale. We'll put that in. We'll put a silage bale in, and then we'll put some hay or some straw and see how that works. I want to use the majority hay here because silage is so expensive. So we'll get that going. And with 2 hay bales and 2 silage bales, we're gonna go grab one of these straws. And then whatever the percentage is left, I'm kind of hoping that we can just put hay in or even straw so we can just get away with only 2 silage bales per mix. Would be nice. So we'll see what the percentage is sitting at after this. This one is a partial bale though. It has only 4,800 liters on it. So that's one that we apparently got a little bit to go into the production. But it looks like it will take all of this. So let's just keep it lowered. Let it go. All right. So it's still TMR. We didn't put too much straw in there, but straw was getting pretty close to the top of the chart there of what it can be. 87%. Yeah, I think we can fit just hay the rest of the way. And grabbing the 3rd hay bale for the mix. And I don't think all of this will fit, but if it does, that would be nice. Let's see what happens here. 4,500 left in this bale. Just tip it over here, start emptying it. Oh, nope, you get it a little bit lower. Oh, there we go. It's going down, and when is it gonna stop? 1,300 liters left in that bale. All right. That should be a pretty good mixture. We didn't use too much silage. Probably could have got away with a little less, but we're somewhat short on hay right now, so we'll just get them fed. Yeah, we're getting the fertilizer put down, and it's going pretty good so far. We got 1,500 liters left. We should... Why don't they have their lights on over there? Oh, it just wasn't in render view. But yeah, this is the last thing to get done in April. We'll make it May, and we'll continue on with our progress on the 5 years, $5 million challenge. Before being able to make it May, I did have to collect some wood, so we've done a couple runs so far. It was completely out of lumber, so this should help us get back in business. Just been sneaking in this direction. Due to the fancy fences being in the way, see we're at 4,200 liters of wood right now, and now we're at 12,000. I gotta do a little bit more. A little more grind. And just being a little proactive here, we're gonna move a little bit of food over for the goats, and then we're going to check on the milk for the water buffalo. I do need to move around the milk over here. Oh no, the Mack truck's for sale. I didn't want to see that. Didn't want to see that. Oh, that's good lighting here in May at 5 a.m. Let's go check on see if it's even worth getting the milk today. May showers. I guess it's April showers, right? All right, let's see. Not even 500 liters yet, so we'll leave it there. Let's see how their food's doing. They barely touched it. They barely touched it overnight. It was only about 6 hours, but I think we're good. So we're gonna go move the goat milk around and probably move a little bit of the goat cheese around too, just to give it some room to spawn. I never did the math to figure out if we're producing too much goat milk for the one production, but I think we're gonna have to live with it because I don't think it's gonna be really worth spending $210,000 on another production, especially when it takes about 2 years just to break even on that. But it seems like it's about 2,400 a month we're producing. So whenever I stop being lazy, I'll do that math. And I think we will sell the lumber in June. Oh, look at that beautiful pattern for me planting. And yes, the worker is gonna spray the fertilizer on the soybeans. And let's double check all of our fields before we get too far ahead in May. Yeah, this is the only one that needs fertilizer. We could go slap some right there too. Weeds look good. Lime, we know we forgot to lime this one. Everything else we don't really concern with. Growth stage does show that this field will grow in first, which is gonna be our oats will come in first. That makes sense. Then the canola and then the soybeans. Still need to figure out what we want to do with this field. And being that we saw how slow they're going through the TMR right now, we're going to make some more silage while we cut out the outline of this new field over here. And boy, are we going to be able to work in this fog. This area looks great for grass too. I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and lower these, get them both activated and fired up, and away we go. And this will complete our new field layout. Gosh, I cannot see. Oh, no grass back here at all, huh? Wow. Okay, well, we're cutting the layout either way, or the outline either way, and creating the new field. So we'll just continue on. And we'll chat in a little bit. Man, this fog is getting worse. It's intense. What about first person here? Yeah, it's still pretty bad. Craziness. Good feature. I love it. I love fog, especially like games like Minecraft. Oh, I would love my builds having fog in them. Just that fog behind it. Looks great. Just looks so real. Those trees in the background with the fog. I love it. Moving on. And this one's all cut. Tempted to wait the fog out to pick up the grass, but I don't think that would be the best idea. Got a lot that we got to get taken care of. Got to keep making progress. And this will be needed in June over here, so we will drop it off. Need to get some pressure washing going on it. Sorry, windrower. And we'll top off on some bale wrap while we're over here. There we go. Buy some netting when we need it. And I'm hoping this is a pretty good payday. We'll know that before this episode's over, since we'll be wrapping it in May. We'll definitely get through June at minimum on this episode. And away we go. Let's shoot for a nice number here. Let's do a nice guess. I'm gonna say we get 20 bales. See what happens. Counter is reset to 0. We'll see what it looks like at the end. Oh, that one's not going to get wrapped, is it? Okay, we also forgot to do that. So we'll have one grass bale here. And it is Control-Alt to turn that back on. All is fine. Well, we've blown away that total of 20. We're working on our 33rd bale right now. So I think we've done pretty good with this new field. And we will get a 34th bale. All done. Not bad. We'll get these moved, get the cultivator back out here. And on to the next step of making our final farm, our final field. Yeah, it's been way too long since we've cleaned this. We got to get it sprayed down. Got 48% damage on the case already. We're going to have to do some maintenance on it soon. But this should help delay that a little bit. The undercarriage real good. We don't want anything to get collected down there and turn into rust. Looking good. Nice and shiny. So what we're going to do is we have all of those sitting there turning into silage. I'm going to pick these up and sell them. There's no reason to keep them right now. They're just kind of sitting here waiting to be used, and we know we're not going to go through that much silage that quickly. Grab this one too, so we'll get these 24 sold and get that account looking a little bit prettier. And luckily we have until probably July before we really need to worry about that silo. Let's double check. Yeah, it's not the darkest green yet, I don't believe. So we should have 2 more months before we have to harvest that, and that's when we would want to worry about a silo, unless oats are at a good price in July, which they are not. They would be at their worst. It is nice to see a bunch of fields around here and crops growing. Loving this decision. So time to make another one. $121,000 though. We're on our way. We're on our way. We'll do the same as last one. We'll get this outline done and show you. And there it is. The 4th of the new fields. Looking good. Again, we probably should do something with that just to make some money. All right, time to finish cultivating this, and we'll get some lime down. And it's still super early in May, so we should be able to get all the way through getting this thing planted and weeded today. And the last little strip here, and we'll have to take a little bit of a detour because we need some fuel. And since we have to do these in sequential order and we need to buy a lot more lime, I think I will grab the spreader. I did finish the extra little area that needed fertilizer on the field to our right. But we'll grab the spreader, head to the store, get some fuel, and fill that thing up with lime and keep progressing on this new field. It seems like the top priority would be getting some fuel in here, so we'll go ahead and do that. While that's reloading, we'll hop in the store, and yeah, nothing there that we want to spend our money on. I mean, we want to, but we shouldn't. I'm gonna buy enough to give us 12,000 liters. Only 2,700 bucks. That's not terrible. And diesel cost is going to be just under 600 bucks, 531. Looks like it'll hold one more, so I'm going to buy it just in case. It looks like 14,000 is the capacity, so good to know. We can just do that every time we run out. Be around $3,000. All the different field colors. I just love it. Everything looks so unique. Get far enough over. All right. Get the lime job done. So the John Deere has 190 horsepower and this cultivator requires that, but do you think it can actually pull it off on this climb if I have a worker do it on the old oat field? I think it's gonna struggle, but especially needing maintenance and needing some, well, fuel, it doesn't matter, but it does need some maintenance. So maybe we'll drop this off and then go to the store, do maintenance, come back and try it out. And then we can get this field potentially planted today too. But we're burning through some money, but we got to do it. $4,000 to repair it. And then more money on diesel, another $409. This thing's infested with weeds too. All right, selfishly, I have no interest in cultivating this field myself, so we'll pay some money for it. I do love seeing that barn out there, the cow barn from the distance, those trees in the meadow. I like the way it turned out. Lime all applied. Next step, figure out what we want to plant. We're gonna go with sorghum, and I want to see how this worker's doing while we go pick up some seeds. It looks like they're rocking it over there. Yeah, they're handling it fine. So we got another tractor that can help us with cultivation. That's good to know. Oh yeah, they've already done that top part, doing the headland right now. Excellent. We should have some more seed over here. We are out of fertilizer right now. I think 76% of this should be good enough. Let's get this topped off, and hopefully we might have to come back, but 630 is going to be close on that field. I think we had about 86 liters left when we did the last field, so unless there's a lot lower seed rate on sorghum than there is soybeans, we'll probably be coming back for more seed. Alrighty. Sorghum going in the ground. 9 miles an hour, not too bad. Feels pretty good speed-wise, and the seed rate seems to be pretty slow, so it might work out here.
Even when my teardrops start to dry, even when the sun begins to shine again, I'm taking all the advice there is and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of back on how I used to be. I always thought that love was made for me. Oh well, I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. Even when my teardrops start to dry, and even when the sun begins to shine again, I've taken all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you.
You know, pretty deep into this episode, almost done planting the sorghum here. I wanted to throw a little community update out there and just kind of invite you all to join the Discord if you haven't already. The link's in the description. It's on the homepage of the YouTube channel. You have a pretty decent community, trying to get it a little more active and, you know, just help each other out. We're trying to find mods, trying to debug issues in the game. A lot of people have been DMing me directly about that, but the best course of action is to just post a message in Discord in one of our farming sim channels, and somebody on the channel might be able to help you if I'm not available to chat with you. I try to respond to a lot of people, but you know, it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. But yeah, I just wanted to throw a little blast out there. I don't publicize it very often, but take a look in the description for the Discord. Eventually we might get a community server going right now, but I do not have a partnership with any of the hosting companies at the moment, so funding that has been low priority for me, unfortunately. But we're all done with the sorghum planting. Got to get some fertilizer put down on the soon-to-be barley field that I started on the old oat field, and we'd like to get the weeder on this today, so I think we'll do that, and then we will have a worker do the weeding, and I'll grab the John Deere, see if it's finished planting barley to get the fertilizer. We do need to buy more of that. I don't think the 532 liters in here would be beneficial to use right now, so in the spreader, so I think we'll just go buy more. It'd be beneficial, it just wouldn't be enough. It's gonna be a little bit before we have to use the planter again, so we'll just make sure it's all taken care of and set here. We'll need to get it cleaned eventually. Gosh, the front weight might be beneficial. It feels like the front is lifting a little bit right now, but I don't think it does when it unfolds. I think it balances out the weight a little bit better. Yeah, it spreads it out, but we'll let them do their thing, and we need to check on the John Deere. Making good progress over here. I do not want to interrupt them, so we'll grab the other tractor to go get that fertilizer. Well, we know it holds 14,000 liters. Do we want to buy that much fertilizer right now? How much would that cost? Like, we'd have to buy 8 for 13,000. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. 15,000. So these are going to be our biggest costs. It would be nice to figure out if we could start using slurry for this. So that would be another expense, but it would end up saving us money. Like, let's look at that right now. So 102,000 here. What does this do? 15 meter width. Holds only 8,000 combinations. So this would be 30. So this right here, gosh, that would be awesome. I don't know if I want to spend that much money on that. Looks like it does liquid lime too. Oh, so 60,000 for this, and then we could add a 21 meter. Interesting, the attachment. So 60,000 plus 69,000, or we could go with 7 meters. That just doesn't seem fun. Let's see how that's producing over there. Right now we have 5,900. So yeah, we need to get more buffalo. We do need to get more buffalo soon. We're not gonna stop spending money, are we, guys? Gotta start making more than we're spending, though. Just with the fertilizer, only if we... Okay, so thinking through this, the only way that that's actually profitable for us is if we do it soon, and we need to produce more slurry, enough to be able to do all of our fertilizer with it. So we'd have to spend money on water buffalo, which in turn would give us more milk, but we'd have to do more feed. It's like a balancing act, right? Like right now, I personally think if we just stopped buying stuff and just kept dealing with what we're doing, we'd probably make it. But like the hidden secret right now is I'm ready to just start busting in the income and see how much before 5 years we can do this. But I'm also trying to balance enjoying it and not just making everything super tedious. So them's the challenges. See how close they are to being done. I don't know if I want to do this first or wait till they're done. So they're close, just the 2 headlands, it looks like. Working good over here. Yeah, I think they just do this outskirt here, the headland, and then do one more. I think we can get started. If this John Deere can pull it off, we could switch. Oh no, the case is getting used. Well, at least we can tell on this right now. Yeah, we should be able to get this done and avoid them. It's a little challenging up the hill, but we should get it all taken care of here, and they'll work on that last headland. And I think that's the last thing we want to do in May. Just finish that weeding, check on the animals, double check that the sawmill has enough goods in it. Might need to cut down a few more trees, and I might get rid of that fence finally, because I want to start using the hills trees again. Felt like it was a little quicker with the winch. All right, that is done. Had a little amount in the planter, would have been enough. Got to buy it eventually anyways. It's June. let's make some money. Just gotta unstrap these. $110,000. We're at 213. Let's head back home and take a look at things. I'm hoping at this point the dollar amount doesn't drop below, like, I don't know, 150,000. Still gotta buy a silo. I keep forgetting. We don't actually have to do that until we harvest in July, so hopefully we can get this grass cut pretty quick here in June. We're gonna make a bunch of silage bales, probably over $200,000 worth. The math's starting to math. I think we got this challenge. You know, and in between shutting off and turning back on the recording, I did get rid of this fence line here. I haven't added the shelves yet, or the storage yet, but we have been cutting down a few more trees over there, pulling them on over here. I did some rough math, and we have like $150,000 worth of goods sitting right here. Things are looking good, but we'll get them started on the big grass cutting. It's time to get that done. We need to find the other John Deere. Oh, it's right here. And get some fertilizer put down on a field. Or two, I believe. Yeah, we need it here and here. We need to do weeds here as well. So stuff, oh, no, we don't need that. Stuff to do while we let them get ahead on cutting the grass. It is only, you know, 5:44. So hoping to get that grass all taken care of by like noon would be really nice to have it all baled and cut. We might need to get that third tractor over here to help out. Or I could do the weeds last. We could do that. So we'll head to the new canola field. We'll get that spread with fertilizer, and then we'll spread it on here. And yeah, those weeds they're looking pretty rough. Field's coming in nice, starting to be taller than the grass. What is this, sorghum? No, this is canola, right? So we have to spray the sorghum field. Yeah, this is a canola. No weeds in here. 95% yield bonus. But this field over here, looking good. Getting some sorghum coming in. Those are gonna be tall boys? I don't know if I've seen it in this version of the game. But here we go. We got 2 fields to spread some fertilizer on, and then we can get to baling. And all done with the fertilizer. Pretty quick job. Let's double check those things. Yeah, looks good. Not sure if we're gonna have to buy more wrap today or if what we have is gonna get us through. We've been going through a ton doing these lately. For some reason, it never likes giving us that last one, but we'll start with this. Just a little over 7 complete rolls of wrap. So let's go in here and we will load the job, and we'll have them start at the first waypoint as well. And we'll grab this tractor and the bale trailer and just start getting those out of the way. But I need to make sure that's set correctly first. Let's stop it. And we want to, yeah, turn that back on. Glad I remembered. All right, away you go. Why did that not work? We don't need grass bales. No. Turn it on. Oh, I wish it would just say the status of what things are instead of saying what you can change it to. It's always been a gripe of mine with Farming Simulator. It confuses me. But we got a couple more bales for the goats. That'll be fine. And actually, I'll probably just go take those to the goats right now, get them out of here. And it would also probably be best to figure out which one of these two has 1,000 in it and move it. Yeah, it'll just be that left one. And you know, the inventory or capacity over at the production hasn't really been growing, so I don't think that we have anything to worry about with overproducing the goat milk. I already took 1 pallet over here this morning, so we'll get this one dropped off and then we'll take a look at that. Yeah, we still have 2,300 in here, so we had about 300 left if we didn't add more today. So it's just that number isn't massively growing, so I think we're in good shape. And I think they're eating meadow now, so, and that's why this number is not dropping so fast. Pretty cool. Just kind of thinking, we have 7 months till babies and we only have 8 of them. Let's get refreshed on what the price is going to be buying the 18-month-old ones. We could do the 6-month, but they won't produce milk for a while until they're 18 months. So what if we bought 20? How much would that cost? 25,000? I'm comfortable with that. Now we have 28 out of the 376, I believe was what that number was. Let's see if we can get that back up here. Yeah, 376 that we could get. Some brown ones too. Nice. I'm loving this. Water buffalo are pretty cool. Should I have like a pond in here for them? That'd be kind of neat. And just keeping up with the baler so that the mower never gets interfered with by getting these bales out of the way. And they're, gosh, about halfway, close to halfway done already. Looking awesome. They're on the long ups and downs. We got these small ones already done. All right, we got the bales and the mowing all in a good state to where we can start looking at this area. And I think it would be wise to probably chop this tree down if it'll let us. We got to go that high? What? I wouldn't be able to get rid of the stumps? That's crazy. Just can't carry that one. We can carry this one though. Bring it over here. No reason to delimit. It's just going to be a tiny amount anyways. And then we'll see if the stump grinder can take care of that. Can get this one too. 17,000 still in here, and out of pure laziness, if I do this, I can pick that up. That took 8 kilograms, it looks like. 8 grams or kilograms? Kilograms. Little dancing log there. And we can get this down to that small amount to be able to pick up. Yeah, we'll just go right here. So we won't have to switch out to the log forks, but yeah, we can pick this up now. So that's out of the way. We got to get the stump grinder though. So that'll be next on our task list. Yeah, those are like 300. Okay, well, let's see what else is over here. We got this one stump here, and there's probably another one around here, I would imagine. Yeah, we might just clear out some ground where the shed's gonna go anyways, so we can see that. And we'll go with this stuff just to kind of extend what we already have. Oh, it looks like that's a little different. Are we using this? Oh no. Oh no, Chris. Ah, it was that one. Just kind of clear out some space here, and we can add some grass back if we want for good looks. That might be enough to then flatten, but I don't want to flatten it until we take care of those stumps because I don't know what the stumps are going to do. So let's get the stump grinder. Hopefully this has enough power to handle that, and we can get those stumps out of the way, flatten the ground, and finally get some storage for all of those pallets. Looks like they are done mowing. We can get that out of the way here once we're done here. And I think I'm going to try this on the forks ran into the ground. Uh-oh. Let's raise those. Whoops. Raise those so we can go up this. That's funny. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll switch to the back here. Get lined up a little bit better. Activate that. And gosh, just kind of move this around and get these stumps out of the way. Gosh, it's working super good. Look at that. Just kind of touch it, back up a hair. It's gone. Now, will it get this one? Probably raise it a little bit. Oh, piece of cake. It's like, can't we just like drive over these too? If I get it low enough? Pretty much, yeah. Why weren't we doing it this way before? Nothing to be scared about. All right, that should be good enough. Now this can just sit here. But let's go ahead and flatten this out. Right click here to match the height and then push all this dirt back. And again, I wouldn't be doing this at all, whoops, if it wasn't for the videos, making it look pretty. I think it's enough. And then we'll come in here with the rocks. Try to use the same ones that they're using over here. We're just gonna go with the forest stone. Blend that around. I think that's just forest ground right there. And just kind of add it to everywhere where we really chipped away at the ground. Just to simulate that this is a mountain. And then we should go in here in sheds under silos. And we have this $10,000 one. Same one I believe we used on Riverbend Springs. Plop that there. And then start moving these pallets over. And we'll be able to just grab the ones we want just in case, you know, the prices, whoops. I don't think they peak at different times, but in case they do, we can sell them individually easier that way. Concentrate, concentrate. Not bad. We'll get this all done. And last pallet to move over. Pretty good capacity in this shed too for $10,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this is. Now we can see our inventory really easily here now. We have 14 pallets of goat cheese and 7 pallets of bottled goat milk. Now I think it was last episode we saw a bunch of trees on this path and I haven't gotten all of the stumps yet. Been doing a decent amount of this off camera. There's one up here. Just a few left that I need to grab, but might as well do that now. Lower it there. There we go. And that's hilarious. I was just coming over here. Pretty good timing. Was just coming over here to grab this wrap because I figured they're gonna get empty soon. It might be the netting, but we'll find out when we get over there. Now I don't think, I'll try it again, but I don't think they can take it when it's on the pallet fork. Oh, it's pretty much both. But is it gonna let me? It's gonna refill that first. Now, if we get that out of the way, I think it'll let me just purchase the other stuff. Yes, so we'll do standard and we'll do nearest waypoints and away they go. So we'll keep that on the tractor, but I think I will go we're gonna put the stump grinder away so we can help them move these bales. And caught up with the bales again, so I'm going to drop that there and we're gonna head over and check on the buffalo milk because it's like a 1-to-2 ratio to create some of the products. So if we have 500 liters, it would be enough to get 1,000 bottled milk. We might just start doing that to get some money coming in. We gotta take care of the weeds there too. We have 761, not really worth it. I'm hoping now that we have, with the extra 20 buffalo, it should start picking up a little bit. Yeah, having another building over here is nice. We need to get some more structures put up, but they cost money. This tiny little production, pretty sweet. All right, let's drop it off, and we should see it in here now when we stand over here. Yep, got the buffalo milk. Let's take a look in the production. And to kind of show you what I was talking about here, it's 10 buffalo milk to 20 buffalo milk bottled. So that is like a 1-to-2 ratio. Down here, it's 3-to-2 for mozzarella. So it's definitely worth our interest to make the bottled milk. What's kind of interesting about that, if you come over here and we go to buffalo milk, it's worth 9,600, but the bottled milk's worth 6,700, or at their peak 11,000 and 8,000. So we are making a bonus. This number would need to be 16 for these to match. So we're making more by bottling the milk. Let's get the tanker back over and then we'll get back to picking up bales. Just trying to find all the busy work I can do to pass time while they're baling. And we'll just get the tank back over here ready for next time and get back to picking up bales. Got to spend money to make money. That's what we've been doing for 2.5 years now. This is the halfway point. And just spraying off some of our equipment here. I'm going to get the weeding started while they're doing the baling, and we'll be able to just keep checking in on it. We've been keeping up with getting the bales picked up, but I think it's time to get some real work done. Starting to get some paint damage, but other than that, these mowers are in really good shape. Just looked at the statistics. We're 53 hours into this playthrough. 14 hours already on this tractor. Craziness. But while they do that, we're gonna get these weeds all taken care of, and it should be super easy with the case on here. It shouldn't struggle too bad climbing the hill. And with the weird shape here, I am gonna have this help me out. Though we can see where we've been, so maybe I didn't need it. Yeah, piece of cake. Yeah, and we got them all done. It just looks so much better without the weeds. I love doing it and not having them sprayed and dead. But one thing I did find out over here is look what the weeder did. Let's recreate this. Let's get close to it though. Did it like turn it into dirt? That's so funny. It says it's grass still. Well, I guess it doesn't tell me what the stuff on the ground is. But come over here and we lower this and boom, it gets all dark like. Fancy. I wonder if that's intended or not. I don't know, but we're all done with the weeding. We find the funniest things in this game. So we haven't had a lot of opportunities for a good amount of feedback and help with decision making. So I'm gonna be, this is Tuesday in real life, gonna be releasing this on Wednesday. And then I don't plan on starting to record the next one until probably Thursday or Friday. So you have some time for comments all Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Should we buy the slurry tank? And should we start switching to treating the fields with slurry first until we run out and then we buy fertilizer? Would love some feedback on that. What do you think we should do? And I'm thinking about going with this $125,000 silo. Put it like somewhere like here, just off the road a little bit, probably like right there. And it'll be center to all 4 of these fields. And it can hold up to 500,000 liters. So that's what I'm thinking. Don't want to pull the trigger on that yet until we absolutely have to, which will be in July, and probably after we sell all this silage so we know where we're sitting financially too. But either way, we're gonna spend that money. Long term, I want our house and all of our sheds and barns are gonna be in this area, but what should we do with this in the meantime? Is it worth it to just start cutting this and baling it? Not even planting here, just cut it every time it grows? It's another thing. Let me know what you think. All right, 15,000 wood. We have plenty in the dairy. Animal-wise, they have plenty of food. They've gone through 34,000, or we had 40,000 there. They've gone through about 6,000, so we'll keep an eye on that. Sheep have plenty of food as well. Good harvest. We could harvest some soybeans. It's just pennies, though, compared to this challenge. I need to figure out if this is a course play setting that's causing them to stop at the end of each one to wrap these. I think it's added like 10 minutes, I swear, to this whole process. I'm gonna cruise around and kind of pick up some of these loose ends here and see if we can get them. Maybe get another bale doing this. I know there's a bunch over there. We'll see if that dark stuff will actually pick up, but 202 minus 34 is what we just did. Not too bad. Just wondering if we can get 2 more bales out of all this loose stuff. Possibly. There's the first one. And we know we have a lot more straight ahead of us, so I don't know. We'll see. Now, is this dark stuff going to let us pick it up? That'll be interesting. I have a feeling it's just like a cosmetic thing. Yeah. Oh, it vanished. Interesting. Yeah, I have no clue why that would do that. Grab this little bit and then we'll circle back and do that second headland that looks like just missed a little bit. And we should be able to get another 1,000 liters out of that and get that other bale. And load in the back chamber now. So just under 1,000 to go, about 800. And there it is. That'll be good for now. Get this put away, get these other bales picked up, and then it's just time to put some fertilizer down in this field. Only 1 o'clock. What to remember, 1:15 is when the last bale got wrapped. No way I'll remember that when we start recording next time. And fertilizer is going down. Really did all the chores I want to do, so this is going to be the last thing we do in this episode. I want to thank everybody for hanging out this far into the video. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Support the channel so you can get notified, or yeah, I guess hit the bell too to get notified when the videos go live. Channel members do get these a little earlier than everyone else. Roughly about 24 hours before they go public. But that's going to do it for today. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome back to the 5-year, $5 million challenge. Today we have some harvests to start doing, but we have some conditions that are going to slow down our progress on that. We have rain through noon, it appears. So we're going to find some things around the farm to do. I figured we don't really need it right now, but I'll do a feed mixture. We can check on the sawmill as well as the goats. Other than that, not really a lot to do until the storm passes. Drop this other hay in here. We'll get some straw. We'll get to silage, and then I think there's some more straw over by, or more hay over by one of our farmyards by the field that needs to be harvested today. We don't necessarily need the feed right now, but just like I've said, trying to find some things to take care of right now. And making sure after we drop these, we have a good mixture going. Yep, looking good. It looks like after this, we'll have 4 bales left. So we will be needing to make some hay, and I think we will utilize the area next to the cow barn to just generate hay whenever we need it until we figure out exactly what we want to do with that land. But I feel like the amount of fields we have is plenty, and I think by the end of today's episode, we'll see the dollar amount higher than it's ever been on this challenge. There we go, and just in case we messed up there, no, we did pretty perfect. Okay, and really, like I said, it's not necessary, but gotta find something to do. Oh, and a little, okay, so that's good to know. A little spot popped up here. There we go. Okay, triggers seem to be improved. There was an update to this barn. I'm not 100% sure if the manure works yet, and I just don't know if we need it, because then we need straw, and I'd rather just make money off the straw than risk buying a manure pit and hoping that the straw does generate into manure. But there was some questions. You get slurry without the straw. Some people were wondering if that's how it works. You do not need straw to generate slurry. If we get over here, we can see that we do have already 14,000 liters of slurry. So eventually, if we don't decide to use that as fertilizer, which I'm kind of leaning against it, being that we only have 2.5 years and we're not producing enough slurry to just not buy fertilizer. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Let's go check the production and see what happened. So last episode, we did add a little bit of buffalo milk over here. I don't believe, yeah, we're super close to getting our first thing of buffalo milk bottled. Let's look at the production. We had people saying, you know, mozzarella is worth so much more money. Why don't you do that? Because we're gonna do a little bit of math here. So looking at our new spreadsheet here, we're gonna start with a sample of 10,000 buffalo milk. That would turn into 20,000 bottled buffalo milk. It would also turn into 6,667 liters of mozzarella cheese. Ignore the per month cycle. We didn't really care about that in this use case, but the input cycles and the output cycles is how we got the calculation of the amounts for the products. Price per thousand, we have the bottled milk at $8,094. We have the mozzarella cheese looking amazing at $24,342. So for the bottled milk number, that's gonna turn into 20 pallets. So 20 times $8,094 is $161,880. Where the mozzarella cheese, we're only gonna have 6.6 pallets. We're gonna make $162,280. It's a grand total of $400 difference when it comes to mozzarella cheese versus bottled milk with a sample size of 10,000 liters of buffalo milk. We will sneak over here and move these pallets over. 2 at a time is real nice. And no reason to leave these out in the rain. We have a safe place to store them, so we'll get them taken care of as well. So now we're sitting at 16 and 8 over here of cheese and milk, respectively. Decent amount of lumber we could sell. I think it might make sense to start loading these since we have nothing else to do. Now I did debate going the poplar route and going really crazy with wood chips. I just don't think it's necessary for this. I think we'll pull it off without it. I might save that for another, you know, just specific playthrough where we're just like a poplar farmer maybe. Seeing that, you know, obviously Daggerwind and Chainsaws are doing that and making tons of money off of it. Just figured I would build the farm I want to build, and poplar is not something I want to see on this farm, personally. But wood beams are good at the farmer's market, so we will sell there, and probably next get some wood put back into that sawmill. There's another 83,000. That puts us over, well, that's definitely not the right button, puts us over $250,000. We need to buy the silo today. Though let's double check that. Our oats, I believe, is like June when they're good. Or sorry, December. Yeah, December. So right now we're at the bottom, so silo would be necessary today. And I kind of want to do a majority of that harvest and start seeing the amounts, even though, is that the field that didn't get limed? It still should give us somewhat of an indicator of what we'll get per field and feel if we need to go super big with the silo or not. I don't think we'll need the log grab, so we'll use the winch today. We did remove the fence again. So there's a specific type of tree I'm looking for that seemed to help the best with the sawmill when we don't have to trim them and get them to the right size to get the best percentage or the best amount per, you know, meter. And these are the type that I've been really favoring right here, the American elm. And I feel like we've been getting about 3,000 per tree. Maybe they're bigger. Maybe they're the bigger American elms that give us 3,000. Let's see what this one does. Yeah, much easier than chopping them down and doing the whole song and dance. Just about 1,500. Okay, gotta find a good amount more. We still have a lot on the other side of the grass field directly in front of me, but I figured I'd clear this area out more, and I think we're getting close to having to do these annoying little trees. I say they're annoying because they fall into 4 pieces. Yeah, getting to be slim pickings out here. Gosh, I hope we're close to this rainstorm being gone. This will be the last tree I think we'll do. Should put us around 15,000, I believe. There we go. Got it all close now, easy to pull. Kind of lost my direction here. I think besides the silo, everything we buy moving forward should come from the used market. Like a way to justify we actually need it. Yeah, 15.7, that's good. Let's check the used market. Oh, that's not bad. Nice square baler. That would be pretty sweet to have for the straw, but we don't need it. We don't need any of that stuff. And in anticipation of the rain going away, I think we'll start getting things set up for the harvest. Well, let's do one more chore. Let's move this milk, whatever we have, and almost 1,000. Not bad. Almost 800. That'll keep the production going. As that starts to increase, as the water buffalo get older, that's when I'll probably I don't know. We'll go back and forth. I guess we do make a little bit extra money on the mozzarella cheese, so it would probably be worth it. Get that first pallet of bottled milk, and then maybe we switch since it's not gonna actually... I wonder if it would make sense to just do one product, the product that makes more money. So maybe I should check on the goats and see which one of those produces more per, you know, liter, and limit what we're making since it's not making them in parallel. All right, drop that off. And that does make sense. Here's our, yeah, we got our buffalo milk here. So yeah, let's hop in there. I will do that for now. So yeah, you guys are right. Deactivate, and we'll activate that. And right now we have, yeah, 12 liters, so no big waste there. And the ratios on the goat stuff is pretty much the same. So whichever one makes more money, yeah, bottled milk. So let's deactivate the cheese for now. I hope I'm right. Otherwise, we ruined a revenue stream. And back where it goes. Oh, let's check the forecast again, because these are close. Got 98% on some of them. Just waiting it out. That's not the forecast. It is down here. Yeah, it should end soon. So what I yeah, let's sell these first, even though I just got you over here. And we should be clear to just work on this field the rest of the day. Once that, we got a window. Yeah, the rest of the day we should be good. And we are gonna be focused on completely flipping that field. Man, a direct drill would be nice. It would speed things up. That is the field that needs lime, so we'll have to remember to do that. But not having to cultivate would be amazing. And I wanted to unload these ones as well, because they are, you know, the newest, freshest ones. So yeah, 97%, 96. So this is the one we're gonna watch. Once we get to 100, we'll get going. Now we're just waiting for the weather to go away too at this point. But let the marathon begin. Ran into those. But I've been doing, you know, a decent job of cutting through these so you guys don't have to watch every time I drop it off. Right now we're sitting at 259. I'll see you in a minute. There's one sold for 33. I'd love to see the area they're storing all this silage in this town, the amount that we've sold. And the last bit, just under 500,000 is where we're going to be sitting, but it doesn't matter. We still got to buy that silo anyways. 473. Very, very productive day financially, but it's already 1400, 2 o'clock. So we got to get over there, get that harvest started if we're going to have any chance to get that field replanted today. We'll worry about the silo when we need to. I think time is more the enemy right now. So we'll get this all set up. Shut that off for now. We're going to hop in the harvester, get going. Would love to see a used harvester pop up and force me to make that decision at this point with the money we have. And let's make sure, I don't think this thing needs to get unfolded, but I think we're already gonna start feeling the pain of the small harvester here. Swath dropping is on. Perfect, we'll get some more straw for the TMR mixture. And again, this is not gonna be the best yield from this field. It'll be a pretty decent one, we just forgot to lime. So one headland done there and 3,700 liters. I can already tell you right now, we're gonna be looking to upgrade this. These are just gonna take way too long and way too time consuming. This field's gonna take quite a bit. It might be dark by the time we get done with it. That's July, we have a lot of daylight. And back at it for the second headland. And I think this is a good opportunity to switch to a worker to help us harvesting, and we'll run grain cart. And I'm thinking I might actually row this stuff up to make it easier to Oh no, where are you going? AI workers. I set you up on a perfect spot, but you want to... Whoa, 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 whoa. No headlands. I guess that's an up and down right there? I don't know, guys. I can't figure out these workers. While we're waiting for that worker to figure out their life, I wanted to bring this over. I'm going to open it up and see the width compared to the separation of those swaths and see if it's even worth it before we waste our time on that. Just want to kind of take a look at the possibility of the time improvement that we'll get, or time savings. Yeah, I just don't know. It doesn't grab 3 rows. It would grab... I guess it would be quicker since I'd have a worker do this and then we'd follow behind him. Oh, lost it. We're just gonna pull this to the side for now though. This guy's really on a mission to waste time. There we go. Finally starting to actually do them. Oh, she's wasting time. We'll get them to unload here and then they'll be on their way for a while. Getting some of these tough spots done first and then they'll do the big ups and downs, it looks like. I was hoping they started on the other side so we could get going on the windrowing, but it is what it is. Making good progress. Over, 7,000 liters of oats so far. Looking good. We're here at the shop, multitasking a little bit. Time to get some lime. I don't know what we have at home, but we will do 14,000 liters. It's only $30,000, so that's not bad. Wanted to make sure we had enough. No reason to go cheap right now. We can start doing that in year 5. And we're finally done with the difficult part of the harvest for the worker. Now the straight ups and downs here. The long runs should help us finish this much quicker. It's always debatable if you want to get the hard part done first or last. Kind of makes it smooth sailing to finish and feels good, I think, to do them first. I think it's time to spend money. This thing's not quite full yet, but we might as well do it. And silos here for $23,000 more. We might as well go to the one that gives us 800,000 liters versus the 500,000 liters, and we're going to slam it right here. There we go, looks good. We can decorate this area later if we feel it necessary or deem it necessary, but might as well use it too. And there they go. Oh, this is a little door. That's gonna take ages. That's fine, we got it. But 322,000 still. Don't think that hurt the budget too much. I think it's time for this to go. I do think it's time for this to go. We're still doing the harvest. The Nordstein Howard NS 3030 has treated us well though, but let's repair it. And I don't think I'll repaint it, but we'll sell it. We'll get, plus 17,000 there. And the decision I've made, I don't know how to say this, Vaderstad, the Rapid A 800S is what we're gonna go with. So we look over here, when we hover over it, it does show no previous cultivation or plowing, so we can do no tillage with this, or no till farming, but it doesn't have fertilizer, and I didn't think that was gonna be too much of a concern because taking care of the fertilizer needs has been pretty easy, but that gets us down to 179. So I do believe at this point, other than a slurry tank to potentially, if we need it, sell a bunch of slurry, and we can do that at the very end if we really want to, unless we hit capacity. I think we're done buying stuff. And not having to cultivate will save us on a step, and I figured the fertilizer step really doesn't take long, and we can always do that in August if we need to. But I believe the priority should be flipping fields as fast as possible. We got to do them the same day we harvest them. Maximize that income. And hopefully 574 of seeds enough to replant that field. I think we were going to do oats. I know it's not wise to not crop rotate, but I want these crops in here as fast as possible. And I figure if we... I thought we could get back in time. But I figure if we get these flipped and constantly are harvesting, we can get another harvest in before the price is good of oats. And I'm sure there's other ones that we could plant that are just as quick. I know DJ made a nice chart, a spreadsheet that shows like the time frame it takes and the max profit and stuff with seasonal growth off. So I'm gonna look at that chart and I might enhance it to be able to put in like a date and say, it is July. If I planted so-and-so, when it's ready to harvest, what is the best price going to be to get it to calculate that? So if it takes 5 months, in 5 months, what has the best price? I think that made sense, but we'll drop that there for now. And we probably are safe to go ahead and sneak up here. I wanted to try course play because I wanted to see if it will allow me to do, it will. 0 headlands on this. Let's generate it. It's gonna go that direction though. Can we change that? What if we do a headland and then generate? It still wants to go that way. So it's gonna wanna go that way either way. So we might as well do no headlands and start. Oh no, we can't. So we can't start the job if we do that. So let's just do a regular worker. We'll let them do what they do. And once we get this unloaded, and back into commission, we can get the baler going. Just about done. They just got a little bit left to do of the harvest. Is it worth it? It's not even worth it, is it? And finished with the harvest. They've finished their task. We have another 9,500 in here, so let's dump this and we can see what our grand total is. And here it goes, 21,386. I guess worst case, we're just burning the costs on a worker here. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I think we've learned that it is not worth it. We'll see when they do the ups and downs if they do combine any rows. Just trying to save a little bit of time as it's already 5:45. Why is it wrapping it? Aw. Does it think that's grass? Straw. It's wrapped. Oh, jeez. So the wrapper is off now. Turn wrapper off. Turn bale wrapper off. All right. I thought I just did that. We'll see what happens on this next one. Turn wrap, yeah, so turn off. Perfect. All right, got that solved. And it looks like this area here, they combined it into one swath that was multiple. So I guess there's a win there. So it is pulling those two rows together, so that saves me a little bit of time. Got a good shot here of what it's actually saving us, but we're having to stop for the windrower, so I'm not sure there's any benefit. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and call them off on that. We'll finish the rest ourselves. It was worth trying. All right, time to finish this up. And all done. Not too bad. I think we will never do the windrowing again. We just got to get these bales moved and then we can get the lime spreading going. And then planting. Or seeding, however you say that. Drilling. Was tempted to get the telehandler out here and do this manually, but we're running out of time tonight. I do enjoy picking up bales, just not a ton of them at the same time. 19, not too bad. We're going to leave them over here for now, though, because I don't, we gotta move faster. There they go. They doing the ups and downs first and then the headlands? Oh, well, we might just let them finish then. Yeah, I can clean stuff up here a little bit, get reorganized. Man, this should make this job so quick if we have enough seed. And instead of waiting, I'm just gonna do this myself too. Get it done much faster that way. Weather really ended up dictating what we did with our day today, and it felt pretty realistic. Simulating an entire month in 24 hours versus simulating a single day. You wouldn't just have the rain stop and go, all right, time to harvest, unless you're super desperate. Just feel like that's gonna clog the combine a lot. Gotta let it dry out a little bit, right? I don't know the next time we'll be applying lime. I have a feeling the grass field's gonna need it soon. Doesn't yet, but I kind of feel like the next cut's gonna trigger that. Nighttime planning session, that'll be fun. Glad we got the bigger implement though. Otherwise, it might take till midnight. And just double checking the chart here. Let's go ahead and shut off. Yeah, that's pretty well done. We're just gonna pull to the side though. No time to waste. And here we go. Start getting this put in the ground. And then we'll do everything else on it next month. Always find it kind of fun to mix in a little bit of IRL stuff into these videos. I'm looking at the recording right now. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into this recording session. I was planning on stopping at about an hour because we're getting about 6 inches. Now I think it's about 4 inches of snow today, and I gotta go take care of the driveway. I've been procrastinating, but we're gonna get some fertilizer down. I'm gonna go take care of the driveway, do some snow blowing, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna bust out August and maybe September in the same day recording wise. All right, it's dark. I don't really like showing this, especially in time lapses or anything. See you on the other side. Man, we're getting a ton of rain in year 3. Good thing it's August and there's not much to do today. Just gonna drop off the little bit of milk that we produced overnight. Still not satisfied with that. but we didn't burn through everything we brought over here. So we might be already at the sweet spot of what we need to be at. You can see mozzarella cheese not coming along very fast. And I think that kind of matches what we were showing. We're just not going to produce a ton. It takes longer to make it than it takes to make the bottled milk. So a lot of comments saying to do it. It's way more profitable. I think our math showed that it's only a little bit more profitable. So taking care of the weeds and another application of fertilizer is needed on the new field, the new oat field. And that's about it, other than just chores and maybe filling up the sawmill a little bit more. But trying to get in a good habit of keeping the milk trailer where it needs to be. There we go. That should work perfect. And we're going to head to the store with this and do some maintenance on it. We haven't done any yet, and we have 16 hours on it, so I think it's time to do that. And then we'll take care of the fertilizer and weeds. Pretty low on fuel, too. We'll do that first. Just under $500 there. Let's see what the damage is going to be for maintenance on this thing. So 93% dirt, and it's been raining like this. Be nice to see that. Oh, it is decreasing, guys. It went to 92. I love it. Awesome. 13 grand. Ouch. 91% nice. So it is cleaning it off. I stand corrected. Happily corrected. This area over here is getting a little clogged with goods and resources and implements, except for the one we need. Oh, look at that. That's going to be ready soon. So what's going to be ready in September? Looking at growth here, there it is. Growth charts are, why did that show up blue? That was weird. Okay, so, it's gonna be just the one back here, which is what, sorghum? Yeah, the sorghum will be ready. And then it looks like October is gonna be a busy month with multiple fields. Never made this road. Never figured out exactly what I wanna do here. That'll probably get taken care of at the end of year 5 when we build out the ranch. Oops, did I let that slip? Yeah, that's what we'll be doing with all the money. So, what I did notice is it seems like when the tractor stands still, it does decrease. Oh, yeah, we need a front weight for this when it's folded. But when the tractor stands still, it does decrease the dirt, but when we drive, it increases it. And I could see an argument driving in the rain, potentially doing field work specifically, would cause the dirt percentage to have to increase a little quicker. But I figured we'd take care of the weeds first before the fertilizer, and this should be just a quick little rainstorm, and it's probably almost done already. But we'll get this busted out, get the fertilizer down, and probably do some off-camera work on the sawmill, and then make it September. And that'll wrap up the weeding, or de-weeding, I guess. Hook up to the spreader now, and we will get the fertilizer put down, and I will probably switch tractors so we can just use the more powerful one. Now this has been just sitting here. I wonder what its percentage is at. Dirt-wise, 98. Yeah, I wish it would affect it a little bit more. This one should be at 99 now. Yep, makes sense. All right, second application, and we're gonna double check that it's actually being taken. It is, perfect. So we'll get this in tip-top shape. We got it limed now. This next time we harvest oats here, we should get a little bit more than we got last time. And the rain's gone. The ears can relax now. You know, we don't do a lot of videos talking about the updates and the roadmap and the things that are coming with Farming Simulator. I leave that to, other people like DJ and the Farming Sim guys and all that stuff. And I think the thing I'm the most excited about at this point is precision farming showing up on the roadmap image. I was just wondering what everyone else thought about that. I absolutely am excited about that. I don't 100% like everything that has to do with precision farming, but the way it handles lime and fertilizer is definitely one of my favorites. The score part of it, I could live without. And the spraying, the spreading is all done. Soybeans are looking good. How's their percentage? I'm stuck. It should be 97%, right? Or 95? 95%. Yeah, this will be good. This is gonna be a pretty penny right here. All right, before we do our lumberjacking, thought I'd come over here and see how we're looking here. 67,000 liters of food, offspring in 5 months, reproduction 50 and 20%. All right, we'll see some babies soon, and I'm tempted to spend more money on water buffalo, but at the same time, I don't want to. I want to see the number keep going up. I don't want it to drop below 150. And by the end of this year, I want it to be really close to 1 million. That's gonna be tough though. Getting pretty bare over here. Need to get the pressure washer moved over. I might just buy 2 more and have one at each one of the little paved areas. And I probably will load these up off camera as well, but not sell them until we have everything from, whoa, crazy there, September ready to sell as well, just to get a nice large dollar amount. But Let's, this should be out of the way for what we want to do with the case. I do want to use this on the winch. I think we'll get things done a little bit quicker with more power. Found a good line of these. There's 3 of them right here that we're going to try to pull. Do that one, and that one over there. And then probably 3 more after that, so. But we'll see in a little bit. Well, unless we get a different tractor to pull this in a different trailer, we're going to have to sell every month. This is a little much. Hopefully we don't tip on our way over. It's getting top heavy. But we've been getting away with all of this. What I'm really concerned about is how long it's going to take when we sell all those pallets that are in storage right now. And we will be going to the farmer's market today. 113,000. We're at 273. This is sick. We're getting there, guys. Only, 4.5 million to go. 4.75 million. We do have the mowing going already on the grass field. We have a harvest to do, so we're going to have a full, full work day ahead of us. It looks like we got a couple things of, what do we have here? It's just some goat milk, and the mozzarella still hasn't produced, but we'll need to get the rest of the buffalo milk over because it's just about out. Yeah. I'm not sure if mozzarella is the way to go, guys. Maybe if we had like 5 productions and a ton of cattle, but it's just not producing it fast enough. The stockpile is growing. I think not being in a rush, we're going to turn around. We're going to leave this one over there. We'll use the other tractor to help, the other John Deere to help with the harvest. And then once they're done mowing, we'll just have them bale with that tractor. No reason to force this stuff to become silage super fast. We'll just leave that here. And we could use the telehandler as well to help us out, but we don't necessarily need to yet. So the oats are coming in good. It looks like the canola over here is growing in nice. Should be next month. Are we gonna have a double harvest next month? We are. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. So that'll give us plenty to do next episode in October. And I know I said we're done spending money, but if a good deal pops up on a combine, we're absolutely gonna upgrade because this thing's gonna be the death of me. It's definitely a beautiful, perfect starter combine, but I wanna move a little bit quicker. Those double harvests, we'll be lucky if we ever run into a day when we have to do multiple harvests and cut the grass, we're just gonna wait another day. That's the beauty of seasonal growth being disabled too. So maybe we'll just avoid the itch and keep this forever. But I think if I remember, yep, this is our biggest field. So having it ready is pretty sweet. And I think I'm gonna do the headlands again. That was very enjoyable myself. And then we'll switch over to having a helper do the rest for us and multitask. But away we go, harvesting some sorghum. And it's bright this direction. We can get an angle here. Yeah, that looks good. I'll have to figure out what we want to do to flip this field. It's gonna be a busy one. 90% full. We're just halfway done with the headland. That's what I like to see. Unbelievable. It only does hold what, 5,000 here, 4,800 about, 49. But still, that's quite exciting. Boy, that fog is awesome. Lights probably, do they help a little bit? Let's see. Just a hair, like not really. Be a lot more helping out going on here than the last harvest. A lot more unloading. Making good progress here. Like to see it. Don't like to watch how slow they are when they turn around, so we will move on. And back at it, get this headland done, and then we will, or the headlands, I believe we're doing 2 on this setup. Yeah, 2 on the setup. So we'll get both these headlands done, hand over to a worker. And wow, we're gonna have a lot of sorghum. Good money. While we're kind of cruising here. Sorghum peaks at 1,600 in January. All right, good to know. Headland's all done. Time to switch to an AI worker. That's how we want it configured. Let them start wherever they want. And cruising over here, huh? Starting to get to the big ups and downs. Always takes a while to get to this point because of all the small ones over there. But yeah, they're moving good. All right, time to be the grain car boy. And it looks like about 4 loads is what's gonna completely fill this up. We're waiting for them to kind of get up to speed. It's gonna take them a minute. We're gonna go try to move this buffalo milk in time and try to get back here in time. We got the slower tractor. Should still be okay. It's gonna be a small amount, but I wanna make sure that production keeps going because it was at about 200 liters left. So gotta get what we have, get it, staying in production. And I think maybe November we'll probably turn all of this into some hay. It's a big property. Yeah, just under 1,000, so getting better. I think that's about what we're getting a day until we get more. Yeah, they're gonna be full before we get back. Oh well. Hey, there's a couple trees I forgot to move that I cut down. And 3 more. Nice. Got them prepped for next time. And good. Already got some more products coming into the lumberyard there in the sawmill. I think we'll take the shortcut here. Man, we're just making money left and right. You know, I am kind of, I don't know if it's because we're in the moment right now, enjoying this more than cattle ranch. I think it's the field sizes and how quick progression's happening, where we did progress pretty quick on cattle ranch, but a lot of it was the mushrooms and the flowers we were producing that just really sped things up and got us to the sawmill super fast, where this one was a lot more grinding, I felt. To actually get to the point where we're progressing like this feels a little more rewarding than No Man's Land greenhouses did. I don't know if you guys get that vibe too. And this should be our first time completely filling up the grain cart here. Seems like this harvest is going great. Lots of money being made, and the silo is paying off, dropping it off in there. Oh, we got to change that. Tip back. That'll be much quicker. Oh yeah, much quicker. So we already have, you know, we're just there. We almost have more sorghum than oats already. Checking in on the mowing, and they're just about ready to swap over to baling. Love being this busy and multitasking. And they are done. We're gonna leave this here and we're gonna swap out. Make sure we keep this rolling. I think we might spend some time spraying this stuff down too. Save on some maintenance. Look at how low that's already dropped on this. I could include those implements, but I don't like seeing maintenance dropping that fast, and that's got to be because we left it dirty. So I think it's worth spending the time. Stop here, clean it all up for next time for the mowers and for the baling for the case. And we'll top off on bale wrap as much as it'll let us here. There we go. The grain cart, or the harvester, is full, but I feel like the priority needs to be getting this going. All right, I just want to validate that we have this all because it confused me last time, but I think we have this all set up right. All right, moment of truth here. We're about to see if this wraps. It should be set up fine. Yes. All right, back to harvest. Seems like we just need a little bit more straw. Or not straw, we need a little bit more hay. Whoa, 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 what are you doing there, bud? And then we'll be good for a while on feed. So I feel like we're good on straw and silage right now, but hay's running a little short. That's what I'm trying to say. Just in time to unload again. They're 80% full. This will get us close to being at capacity, but we'll probably just drop it in the silo anyways after this run. And then we'll start picking up some bales for the new silage bales. And I'll have to figure out what I want to plant here. Do I want to go no-till and use the seeder, or do I want to cultivate it up and use the planter? Decisions. Yeah, just under 20,000. We'll drop it off. Making good progress. Why'd you skip a row? What do we empty in here? Oh, that makes sense. We'll go ahead and get them going on the nearest waypoints and keep going. We'll have to add some bale wrap here soon, but as of now, they're still good with that. And we're just about done with this harvest over here. A couple more passes. They've finished the harvest. We'll get that unloaded and we'll get swapped over. I think we will do some cultivation. I think I'm going to put soybeans in that field, but we're out of the woods over here with needing to pick up the bales and get them out of the way of the baler. They're getting ready to start the ups and downs, which means they shouldn't run into any bales, so we can focus on the other field the rest of the way. And we just have to help reload the baler with wrap and netting. But we'll drop this off, get it in the silo, and see what the number is. Should be pretty good. Another 15,000 getting deposited, which is going to give us close to 55,000 liters in here, which will be fun to sell. That should be, you know, close to, what, $90,000? Yeah, 53,000 liters. Beautiful. All right, we're going to let them get started on this. I might take over, but I need to keep helping with the baling. So that's what we're going to do. Keep picking these up, get them out of the way, because we do want to get fertilizer down here today. We have started planting the soybeans. It's going pretty good so far. I think we have the tractor, the John Deere case, all set up to be able to finish the baling. You can't really see it over there. We already got 5 stacks of 26, so we're pretty close to being done. Jumped way ahead here. I was just doing a lot of stuff, just, you know, babysitting the baler, making sure it had enough of its materials it needed, and letting the cultivation finish on this field. But now we're rocking and rolling, getting some soybeans in the ground. I think it'll be a wise decision financially for us. Soybeans always seem to pay well, and they yield really well as well. But yeah, let me know if there's a certain crop you think I should be focused on that doesn't require the other header, because I just don't want to spend the money on it. But if we see a good, you know, good corn header in there. Maybe we will get a corn, do some corn, or maybe some sunflowers. I'm not really sure. I've heard rumors that sunflowers are way more beneficial in 25 than they were in 22. I just haven't tested it out yet. Well, I haven't seen any notifications from the baler. Let's make sure it's still running. We have 2 things of wrap left to fill it up with. I think it's just about done. We got a lot on here. You can see this is everything that's been generated since I started planting. Pretty good. Just wanted to double check on here. I guess get some of the bales picked up, but we're gonna sneak over there, top them off. Hopefully 2 more things of wrap will be enough to finish the job, but they might not even need the help. They're almost done as is. We'll stop here. Take a look. Oh yeah, they're gonna be able to finish. We'll leave them to it. We'll get back, and I'm hoping, it looks like we're a little more than halfway done here, so I think we have enough seed left in here to do that other side with 45% remaining, but if not, we have seed right by the silo, so we're good. Let's get it done. Well, I don't think we're gonna have enough seed, so let's go ahead and stop right now and just top off, just to be safe. The baling's all done. We just need to move a few more bales out of the way, and then we could potentially spray fertilizer today, or we might do that in October. It's getting kind of late as is. Now, I'm not sure how long this episode's gonna be, but I do like the cadence of 3 months for this series. I think if we ever do a little bit more than that, it would probably be towards the very end. But there we go, we're topped off. Let's get back out. Not too much left to do, but man, it's progression nice. I'm just kind of thinking about the money that's about to come in and the next few months. I definitely do have a goal of $1 million by the end of this year. All right, back at it. Just a little bit left to do. And just about done here. Yeah, no way we had enough seed. I'm glad I went and got it when I did. Pretty nice. Another field taken care of. We can do the second application of fertilizer in the weeds next month. I think that was pretty good with the oat field that we did this episode. We got all the bales to move out of the way, do fertilizer on that, and that's where we will pick up in October. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully this was a good enough, long enough video for you guys. Next episode of this series, we'll be wrapping up year 3, and I'm hoping to have $1 million. I'll catch you on the next episode. Welcome back to the 5 and 5 challenge. While I was prepping for this episode, I noticed that goat's cheese and all the products from the dairy are good to sell right now. So there's $90,000 to start the episode. We're gonna go get a little bit more from storage. Right now I do have the case on a worker in the grass field, putting down some fertilizer. We have the other John Deere working on taking care of the weeds in the freshly planted soybean field. We have 2 fields to harvest in October, so we're gonna get to those momentarily as we cruise on back in. But welcome back to the 5 and 5 challenge. I'm excited about this one. We'll be finishing up year 3 and kind of getting an idea of what's in front of us for the next 2 years and how much money we're gonna have to make in 24 months. Stay tuned. And one of the most exciting things of the day is our first little pallet of mozzarella cheese. Heading back to the farmer's market with 1,000 buffalo milk bottled, 12,000 goat milk bottled, and mozzarella cheese as well, 1,000. And those of you wondering where Riverbend Springs is, season 2, episode 2 is gonna be coming out later this week. It's gonna be a weekly thing for that heavy of an RP series. It takes a lot of my brain power, to be completely honest with you. But let's get these sold Another 112,000. We're at 473. Oh, that mozzarella cheese really helping with that bonus there. 25,000 for that one pallet. Gonna get back. We're gonna double check the prices of everything else. I think I did notice there is a pretty decent fluctuation in planks, so I might start storing planks until the prices are good. The other two items, the wood beams and the long planks, seem to not fluctuate as much. But right now we're in maximize money mode. We're not necessarily in get money as quick as possible so we can buy things. So now it's really penny pushing, trying to make sure we can get to that 5 million. At this point, I want to get to it as fast as possible. Yeah, good amount at the sawmill to sell. Like I said, I will be double checking the prices. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, but I want to see how everything else is progressing over here. Looking good. How much have they done already? I think 2,000 liters of fertilizer will be enough to finish that. We do have to re-fertilize the soybean field as well. And then looking over here, yeah, they're flying with that. Just a fast moving implement, making good progress there, but you can see one field to harvest and the other one I believe is over there. You can't really tell because of the fog. All right, let's take a look at these prices. So let's find planks first. You can see June and July we're at around 4,200. Right now we're about 500 per 1,000 liters of planks, decreased in the price, so it doesn't seem to be the best time. But look in here, there's only about a $200 fluctuation with the planks long and the wood beams. The wood beams is about $300, but I don't think that's enough to necessarily delay selling those. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna move all the planks into this storage so that they're out of the way in the sawmill, and then we'll get the other planks all loaded up to sell. All right, planks moved. Now time to just load up the other ones and get some more money and get over that $500,000 mark. Get us 10% to our goal. And 4,000 of each heading over here right now. And we'll go ahead and unstrap them. $58,000. So we're at 531. Just need to add one more zero to that dollar amount and we're set. Yeah, that's, 4.5 million, but you know what I mean. So the last thing I wanted to do before getting the harvest started is to move around some of the goat milk and the buffalo milk. And I'll probably go grab the telehandler for the buffalo milk. I don't know if we need to grab all of this. Let's see what the numbers show here. This is probably less than 1,000. Yeah. This one is. So yeah, we'll just move all three. Get off my forks, man. Thank you. Goat's food looks good. I think I did check the water buffalo. They're still good. We can go another day or two without another mixture. And we're kind of hoping for a day without a harvest to be able to make them some hay at this point. Just got to push that forward a little bit. That pallet to go. All right, now we can switch to the water buffalo milk. Should start using this to move pallets around. It's so much easier, and we're not using it a ton over here for the feed since we don't have to change it, or we don't have to give them feed very often. But we should be, I believe we're still 4 months away from babies, so we might spend a little bit of our cash depending on how we're looking on adding some water buffalo. You know what, I forgot to pick up the milk. Oh, Chris, I'm so excited to be playing this playthrough. Just go, go, go. All right, we're back in the right spot. Now let's actually get our less than 800 liters. And before I drop the, oh, that's a building. Before I drop this off, I do want to see how much is left so we can kind of have an idea of how much we're burning through. Let's see. Yeah, 300. So we're starting to keep up and make more goat milk now that we're actually producing the buffalo milk over here, or using the buffalo milk. So that seems to be somewhat of a problem. One dairy might not be efficient moving forward. Yeah, soybeans look good here. They are not good to sell until July. So other than getting another field planted to our left, there's no rush in harvesting those, where the canola in front of us is good to sell today or tomorrow, so October or November. So we will be prioritizing that harvest first. And again, the only real thing that I care about purchasing at this point is potentially an upgraded combine. Ooh, 829. I don't think that's gonna be enough to do the new soybean field. Let's just go buy some more fertilizer. I already emptied out the planter, so that is all the fertilizer we have to our name right now. We're gonna head to the store, get some more, get this set up on a worker to put that fertilizer down while we get the harvest started. And later in October, we do have all these bales to sell, but I'll be checking the price just like I did on the other goods to see if we wanna hold off or if it's good to sell in October. And looking at silage here is at its bottom, but it is a $15, $17 difference, so we might hold off until November to get those sold. Yeah, it's at its absolute bottom right now. We must have done that last year and lost a little bit of cash. I mean, don't want to really overspend since I want to see $1 million, but we're gonna go ahead and spend 7,600 bucks on fertilizer. So we have it. Should get us, I hope, through the rest of this episode. Maybe not. Maybe not. It might be just a little bit more needed. That was rambling. What am I talking about? See that opening right there? That seems to be the best route we take. I just don't... There was no rain in the forecast. Oh my goodness. That's puts a damper on our plans. I checked it when I first... Oh my goodness. I checked it before I started recording. There was nothing in there. The little icon was showing up on the top of the screen here, but when I went and looked at the forecast, it showed nothing. Oh man, I guess we'll do the fertilizer ourselves while we wait for time to pass. Yeah, everything else is good on all the other fields. Was just kind of double checking to see if there's anything else we could do to pass some time, and it doesn't appear to be the case. That's all done. Now just kind of waiting and hoping 10 o'clock's the hour, but I think it's going to be 11 when this finally goes away. Thing is filthy. We're going to go clean it. Sitting in the rain the whole time. So this will be the surefire way to get the rain to go away. We'll drive away from the field so that we have to drive back. Let's see what happens. See where we get when the rain stops. Okay, we're over here. It hasn't stopped yet. Seems like it's slowing down though. There it is. It's so funny. Right as we get as far away as possible, the rain stops. We'll get this sprayed down either way. Get a nice fresh start so the damage decreases less. Should be maintaining our expensive equipment anyways. Yeah, this thing's filthy. Look, there's a bullseye. We just shoot for the bullseye and clean. Now, while we're doing this long drive over here, let's take a look at canola prices. Canola does peak at 21.36, so we'll check when we are ready to sell. It is trending upwards. So it'll be either first thing in the morning in November or late tonight. I'll try to catch that at its peak. And then as far as the oats go, we'll have to wait till December. Sorghum will be January. And then when we harvest soybeans, those are going to be July or June. It's 10:45, not too bad, not too late of a start. We'll cruise on in here. Start getting going. No straw for this crop, so we'll just cruise along and hope this fills up a ton of times. That's the hope here. And the first headland done, 75% full. That's not terrible. At peak prices, we're at around, almost $8,000 already on this harvest. So I figured this straightaway here is probably going to fill it up. We'll get the grain cart going. I'll finish the headlands, keep, rinse and repeat what we've been doing with the harvest here. I'll hand over to a worker to do the ups and downs. We'll run cart. Wow, got a little farther than I thought it would, which, that's not always the best thing. We could add the extension back here. Kind of trying to remember why we took it off. I think it was, now I can't remember at all why we took it off. The height of the harvester, maybe? Maybe that was it. So maybe if we put everything in the silo and then, yeah, that would be close. We could add it back and see. I honestly don't remember. But there's some nice canola filling up. And it should make this cart about 25% full, 24. So we do know that we can fill it up 4 times before having to take it to the silo. Let's try to cruise around here and grab all this stuff. And we should be good. So what I understand, there's a bug that is causing the workers to not respect the settings. But we'll give it a shot anyways. But we won't get frustrated. We just know there's a bug going on right now. So they're gonna start somewhere else. Some cool news, Follow Me was released. We'll have to check that out soon. Get it added to the repertoire. It'll help a lot in the Riverbend Springs playthrough. Not necessarily this one, but going good. We got 13,000 liters already in the cart, and the prices are still, they're slowly going up. We're at $19.98 now. We're trying to get to $21.36. Smooth sailing. And this seems like a good amount to do our first unloading to the silo. 17,654 liters so far. Easily just double that number to know the money we're about to bring in. Divided by 1,000, obviously. Well, yeah, just double that number. Yeah, I did the math right. I don't know if we've tipped canola yet. Let's take a look at the pretty black canola going in. Little wave in it. Pretty sweet stuff. Almost done with this field. We will probably just get a worker going on the soybeans while we start planting this with a direct drill. Figure out what we want to put in it. Not have to cultivate would be real nice. And we got some time, so I'll start getting that prepped. Just to mix things up, I think I'm going to go with wheat this time. Keep things nice and fresh for us. And if we have any shot at getting both of these fields flipped and planted, I think I should just start now. We'll have to multitask, but this will help us get a nice head start. And away we go, putting some wheat in the ground for the first time in the 5 and 5 challenge. Should be able to get a couple rows, maybe a couple passes before we have to switch back and help them unload, but they're almost done. Probably put the other John Deere on it so we don't have to keep dropping the implement. Let's get it done. And the tank is full, so we'll head on over and help them unload. Made some good progress there. About 1/4 of the way through the field already. And they're getting pretty close. This should be the last time we have to unload them. Yeah, I don't think they'll fill up again. So I'll go ahead and move this out of the way. We'll probably dump this, move the grain cart where it needs to be for the soybean harvest, and then just move the harvester to unload whatever's left in the combine. But I would be surprisingly shocked if that did fill it up again. Another 4,900 liters getting dropped off, and then whatever's left. So pretty good harvest. Back to planting. Looks like they're about to do that last pass for us, and we'll get them moved over to start the soybean harvest. Yeah, I think this seeder was a great purchase, and they are all done. So we know we do have another rainstorm coming, so let's go ahead and get this all unloaded. That was a little premature opening the pipe, but I'm excited. Making some awesome progress right now. There we go. Dump this in. Give us a nice, total in here. We're at almost 100,000 liters of capacity. So I don't know if we would have ever touched the 500,000 on the other silo, but we're safe either way. So 25,000, so that'll be about 50,000 bucks, a little more. That we'll make here either late tonight or early November. I am going to set this one up on course play and let it just do its thing. We may or may not take over eventually. Should be good. I don't know what they're doing. Is course play broken? Interesting. I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of this. Actually, if we do this, yeah, that's where they want to start. Let's see if that'll help them get going. Bizarre. Let's try to fix this. Okay, let's clear this. It's already pre-selected for us, and target position. We now are able to put that in there. That didn't happen last time. Now it's generated. Start job. There they go. Awesome. And we'll continue on planting the wheat. Threw me for a loop there. I guess not being in the field when we generated that might have been the issue, but I did restart the game to see what was going on. All right, let's finish this planting session. I think we can get it on this last go here. Did one headland there, kind of, just to make it easier with the turning around and all that stuff, but it's all set there. And I do think we're going to use this over here. I don't want it to be too much in the way, so we'll just leave it right here for now. Looks like they're unloading them. Let's go watch that live. Oh, we already have 5,500 on the second headland. I love seeing the money coming in from the soybeans. All right, let's do some fertilizer next, and then some weeding. and then it might be time to plant that field. Hoping to get at least, I'm gonna do canola in that field, hoping to at least get the canola in the ground before November. Starting to look at the, I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm a little concerned about the 5 million. Just a little bit, not a lot of concern, just a little concern. But the next step, getting this all fertilized, we'll have to do it again in November. Let's double check to make sure we didn't need to do lime on here. Looking good everywhere still. Awesome. Keep on progressing. And last little area to spread some fertilizer on in this field. And I think we'll do the same with this implement, but we'll make sure it's not in the way. Just leave it near this field we're gonna be working on. And they're making great progress on the soybean harvest, doing the ups and downs now. That's shut off. We'll do this. And I'll loop around. I'll loop around. Put it in this little grass spot here. And started with the weeding. We are gonna leave the lines on for me because I know that's the way I can see where we've been. There are tire tracks that we could use too, but we did add some tire tracks with the fertilizer. So we'll do the headland first and then ups and downs. And the timing should be pretty good based on the progress they're making on the harvest for us just to get over there and start working after we're done with this task. That's the plan. And I believe we have it all done here. Just one tiny little spot just to make sure, just to make everything happy here. And we should be all set. Now, we know we have about an hour and a half until another rainstorm hits. Let's double check that, see if the forecast changed. Yeah, 1700. So let's go ahead and snag them right here. And we will clear course play, and we're gonna take over with this harvest and try to get it done. Here we go. All right, what are you doing? Come on, unload us. We're racing against a storm in 45 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I'm hoping to get it done so we can plant in the rain. But I called the worker at the beginning of this pass and they never made it in time. So they were just in a bad spot, and kind of like the spot they're in right now is not the most ideal for me to call them. They have to do a big old loop, and by the time I do that, I'm already done with the pass. So we will continue. 89% full. I hope they go unload that. But race against time continues. All right, they're cruising now. They're heading to unload, so they should get back in plenty of time to help unload us next. We're only at 20% capacity. We might be close to finishing this without needing refilled, but I think we'll need one more, or not refilled. You know what I mean. We can see them in the distance at the silo. Should be pretty good time for when we turn around and call them again. And passes are about to get a little bit shorter. Should be finishing this up pretty quickly. We should be able to beat the rain. Here they come. Look at that. What a beautiful thing. Well done, modders. Auto drive's working great. It's been a few weeks since I've checked for upgrades on it, so I guess I'm due to do that. Yeah, with about 10 minutes to spare before the storm hits, we have completed the task. I don't think we would have if I didn't take over, though. One little piece, we got to get that little little leader there. Not even. All right, that can shut off. And let's get over here and line up pretty decently so that we just unload into them. There we go. We'll just get the... comedy hour. All right, loop around, get unloaded, and let's get off the field so we can start getting some more canola in the ground. There we go. All done. We'll check the amount of soybeans here in a minute, but it's gonna get dark pretty quick. It is October, so I do want to prioritize getting started on this. So let's go ahead and go into this menu. We'll have the rain just got here. Exiting field, and that should be good. They should go drop that. And we'll take a look in a little bit at what the amount of soybeans is in the silo, but we're gonna try to get this planted first. And I have no idea if we have enough capacity, but let's get started. Away we go. Probably gonna run into our worker. Hopefully they see us. I am gonna do the headland here just to help me out. a little bit to do this quicker at night. Let's get it done. I apologize if the brightness of this and shiny hurts your eyes. I had to keep shutting the lights off because it's hurting mine a little bit on this monitor, especially at certain angles where it reflects like that. The darker it gets, the better I think the lighting gets. I think when you turn it on a little too early, it's a little hit or miss. There's a couple spots out here that we missed, but I'm not going to really stress about getting them. I think we'll be fine. They're just going to be a tiny little bit of yield that's lost from that. So all is good. We got it done. It's time to check on prices of goods to see if we want to sell anything tonight. Canola's prices could go up a little bit more. Could risk it in the morning. Silage though. Yeah, silage is above peak price. So it's time for a nighttime selling session of all that silage. Yeah, these don't bother my eyes as much as it does when it's still a little bit bright. Once it's actually dark, the lights are perfect. I guess I just turned them on too soon. All right, 7 trips, here we go. All right, let's see how much each load's gonna give us. Then after that, we'll jump to the end. 34,000, so a little bit more than it was giving us normally. We're getting about 32, anywhere from 32 to 33. Paying attention to that peak price might be key moving forward. Price must be going up. We got 35,000 on that one. We're sitting at 627 with a lot to sell still. Not gonna quite get to $750,000, but it'll be close. We gotta find $250,000 somewhere in the next couple months. Really want to get to that $1 million mark. So yeah, we need $253,000. We'll find it, I hope. 26 months to go, guys. 26 months. Brought the pressure washer over here. We're gonna get a lot of stuff cleaned up this morning. I believe we have some oats to harvest is the big task at hand, and taking care of everything else around the farm. We potentially might sneak in hay, depending on how quickly we get everything that we need to get done. But I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff and get that oat harvest underway. You know, I figured just because it's a challenge doesn't mean we shouldn't take care of stuff, and probably do this monthly, to be honest. All right, what else we got? Got the new seeder here. It's probably already 98% dirty. Makes sense. 4755 needs sprayed down too. And the planter. I almost forgot the combine. Started driving it over and realized how filthy it was. 8% damage. I don't know when you start getting a yield loss, but I think we might get through this calendar year and then in year 4 do some maintenance on things. 8% damage on the header as well. Just getting the combine warmed up and we'll get going. We got to check on the animals though. I should make sure the productions are all good. I was just excited to get back to another harvest and make some more money. We're gonna take a look at it this way. So we have 2,000 goat milk over there, about 800. How's the production looking? Do we need, yeah, buffalo milk's getting low. We can get the harvest done and then take care of that stuff. Sawmill has probably gonna need refilled at some point today, but I think we can go ahead and start busting this out, and we'll want to hit that button, get the swath dropping. We'll get some more straw here. I think this straw we might sell. We have plenty over there right now. I don't think we really need to stockpile it based on how slow we've been going through the straw that we have in hand. Never know. I never know the right thing to do. But we'll have another barley field. We have a wheat field, so we have plenty of straw incoming. I think it would make sense to sell a little bit off. And a headland done there. 81% of the combine full. I didn't mean to turn already. Whoopsie. Oh, we didn't do this little spot either. I'm off my game, guys. If I ever had game in this game. It's definitely starting to feel like a speed run. Feels pretty good. Finishing up year 3. I'm a little worried we're not going to hit 1 million though. Not sure what that means for the challenge, but it's gonna be close. Now we do have other things to do. We have to put some more fertilizer down and weed treatment too. There's a lot of stuff to do still in November. All right, let's take a look here. I don't remember if we mentioned it, but we do have 22,272 liters of soybeans now. So you can see all the totals there. Should be a decent amount of money of crops. A lot of grain to be sold. We'll get the extension added onto this when it's time to sell. And I kind of feel like we need some type of way to do that on our own. While that's unloading, we will get the John Deere going on putting fertilizer down on the recently planted field. All I did was I took a break. The battery on my truck was dead, so I had to go get that replaced. And then I ate dinner, hung out with the wife for a little bit, And I have no idea what I planted over here. I think it's canola though. And then we did not weed it. So this will be the first application of fertilizer. Did this one get its second already? It did, okay. But yeah, we'll need to take care of the weeds next. And we need to remember in September that it's gonna be time to spray that with fertilizer again, or spread. We don't have a fertilizer sprayer. And the headlands are done. We'll hand over to a worker and I'll start multitasking. Oh yeah, this is over here. We're definitely gonna take advantage of it. We need to check prices of everything. And we'll grab the goat milk first. Want to see what we want to do with all the lumber today. Those goats are laughing at me though. They're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Can't even pick up pallets. There we go. Just gotta hug that fence though. Gotta keep that in mind next time I design one of these pastures. Blocked by object. I bet it's our tractor. Yeah, I don't know why you're going that way, but then you can't get around him, but that's fair. And where are you going? Did you even apply fertilizer? It's quite the... Okay. Yep, we just got distracted big time. There we go. That should be plenty of goat milk to keep them going. I'm gonna grab the milk tanker, and we'll head and get a little bit of buffalo milk that we are producing. And this is a little quicker than the John Deere, so might as well be using this. Our 788 liters of milk. And now we can't pull this? It's not that heavy. It's not even 1,000 liters. There we go. Should be time in between this episode coming out and me filming the next one. What are the thoughts on spending $200,000 on another dairy that is specific for the mozzarella cheese and then have the dairy by the goats be specific for the goat milk? That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I just don't know if I want to spend that much money, but I guess at that point we're going to get output twice as much. So maybe it is worth it. Feedback, please. They're done with the fertilizer, just about a full combine as well. So we can just swap back over and take care of all that after dropping this off. And there we go. Deposited. Should be good over here. We got some goat bottled milk and some goat bottled milk. Goat milk is piling up in that production. And another job getting started here. On your way. Didn't mean to block you. All right, wood beams. Oh, they're super high at the warehouse. What about planks long? Warehouse as well. Not quite max, but pretty good. And planks are still tracking down. Okay, on special. We haven't checked in a little bit. Oh, that's nice. It's fun. Okay, get this a little bit farther out of the way so we can navigate around here just like that. Oh, come on, camera. I was just gonna say, I actually really like moving pallets around with this telehandler. The Merlot's pretty awesome. Yep. So good at it. I knew I'd start using this more often. Won't be as big of a sales day as it was yesterday with the lumber, but it'll be a good one still. Maybe 50,000. 43, okay. Not the best day, but this thing flies. This is awesome. Even when I switch to keyboard and mouse. Silly. So this is 77% full. I'm gonna drop it off, but I wanna make note of what the value is in there for oats right now. Because you can see we're getting close. I mean, about halfway. And it feels, I don't know if I'm just remembering wrong, but it feels like we're doing really good with oats this time. 21,000. Yeah, I think we'll end up with maybe a little bit more than that. So if we have more than tip side, when did I change that? Have more than 42,000 in there. We know we yielded better this time around, which would kind of be confusing if it did do that. And I figured might as well super multitask. Turn on the baler way too early, but get going baling. And always double check, turn bale wrapper off. All right, converted what we had of grass into straw, and we're gonna make a little bit of progress on this while they finish the harvest. Well, sometimes you just gotta shut up and put in the work, and that's what we just did. It looks like they did push. Oh, they missed a little bit because they're pushing a bale. Oh, excellent. Is it stuck? Is it stuck? Nah. All right, let's go ahead and get this little bit. This is a decent amount to miss. So we will harvest this real quick. There we go. Try to get the swath line back up. Shouldn't be too bad. And let the swath finish dropping. And then we'll scoot over and unload. Oh, it's gonna be close over there. So the last time we'd harvested this field, it was oats. And we got 21,000. So what's the total going to be over there? 15 plus. It's going to be just a little increase. Is liming worth it? Unless I'm remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the field that we didn't lime the first time we planted it. 44. So we got like 1,000 more. I don't even know if we made as much money as the lime costs. I guess lime's not super expensive, but I'm sure DJ and some other guys have tested this out. All right, back to baling. Get this done. And then we probably are going to make some hay. We can't make hay yet. We got to replant this field. What was I thinking? Oh, the combine's still on. I've been getting lazy, guys. Oh, no. Straw prices are pretty good. Let's go sell the 22 bales we made. This is going to get us over 800. It does, 803. I don't know if we have $200,000 worth of grain to sell. Possibly. We do need some fuel though, so we'll head over there and get some of that. $520 worth of fuel. Before we get started on planting, I did notice, I don't think we're going to get to hay today. That means we won't get it to it in December, so hopefully we'll be okay. But I'm going to drop off this trailer here. I did notice that canola was above the price that it says the max is, so we're gonna go grab the grain cart. We're gonna get all our canola and we're gonna sell it. How slow it produces the mozzarella, I just don't know. We might need another, we might need a dairy just dedicated to it. 25,000 canola coming in. Oh, we forgot to add the extension. We're gonna need that. Now we have to make 2 trips. Yeah, we'll just do 2 trips, but we'll get it added on the way back. Maybe we never bought the extension. We need a little toolbox so I can do stuff on the fly. Take a shortcut, it'll be faster, he said. Yeah, that was a mistake. Now this is a journey to sell. And multiple trips is gonna be rough. Our upside tip, I forgot that was set up like that. 43,000 there, nice. Sneaking up on 900,000. We're at 845. And the other 5,000, which brings in another $10,000. Let's double check the prices. Let's stop for a second. All right, so we have oats left and they need another 150 to climb before I want to sell them. About the same with the sorghum. Soybeans, we know that's going to be a while. As far as slurry, there's nowhere to sell the slurry. We have 43,000 now. Planks are going to take a minute. They're on their way down still. And yeah, I think that's all we have to sell right now anyways, unless we sold. No, I think that's it. So I just got done finishing the first, section of this video, or first half of the video, and I decided to test this out. I don't know why we don't have the extension. Without going back and watching every episode, I hope someone remembers. I can't find any reason. Trying to decide what we're gonna plant in this field. Let's take a look at what we have currently planted. So this one we just harvested. It had oats in it. So we have some canola back here. We have soybeans here, wheat, and barley. I think we're gonna do sorghum, but that means we have to cultivate. So we'll get them going. Hopefully that's some leaves. Let's get them going. Hopefully they get far enough ahead so that we can start planting behind them. And I'm sure they're gonna start with the ups and downs, aren't they? All right, let's get in the case. We'll get everything prepped. And do we need, yeah, we should probably unload the fertilizer spreader so we can take the fertilizer from that and put it in the planter. Yeah, 2,000 should be more than enough. Go ahead and grab the fertilizer tank here. Oh, and seeds. Let's empty that as well. It might not be enough seed. Yeah, less than 500. Oh, we did have seed in here. That'll be helpful. So we will just top off with what we emptied, and should be good. Should be good stuff. We're gonna let the cultivator get a little bit far ahead. We have 1,800 liters of wood remaining in the sawmill. So we will go ahead and grab the winch, go find a few of those good trees that we've been liking, and drag them on down here. It's getting slim pickings out here though. I see one directly there. Get about 3 or 4 of them brought over. That should get us through the night. Oh, there's 2 here. Perfect. And a couple more down there. Okay, we still got a decent amount to help us out. I don't know if we have 2 years worth, but we'll find out. And this one here. Let's go this way with it. Slow and steady wins the race. Probably should have just done one at a time though. Come on, we can do it. Just being lazy. Laziness doesn't pay off, guys. So slow. Come on, you can do it. Pull through, pull through. Can we even turn? It's like not even letting us turn. Well, we'll just give it a shot. We'll see if we can get there. Oh, now it's gonna be a smooth sailing, huh? One at a time, moving forward. No more lazy, man. Power through, get over that little lip. That is the strongest concrete lip ever right there. Let's see if that's close enough. I don't think it is though. Okay, I think they're in now. Ooh, 6,500. Those are good ones. All right, one at a time. Least favorite part of the game. One at a time is key when we're doing it this way. Lazy man never prospers. I think that's the saying. Should be. Where's the button? There we go. 11,000. That'll be good. Let's head back over, see if there's enough runway for us to start planting. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'd have to do the headlands. I think I'm just gonna finish cultivating. Do it myself. Let's get her done. All right, we're losing daylight, but we got the cultivation done. And one last thing that we want to get done today, I think I'm gonna start on this far side and make my way towards the harder parts. Talked about that back and forth. I think I prefer the easy stuff. And then we'll let the hard stuff figure itself out. And why? What just happened? Too far away. Oh, gosh, guys. Nothing like feeling... Okay. Here we go. You don't have to... If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, I was taught. Maybe I need to start focusing on that. And planting. Soybeans on accident, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I guess we're doing soybeans. It is now December. We're heading over to feed the water buffalo. Their TMR mixture is getting a little low. Hoping to get this little bit of a snowstorm to pass so we can get started cutting the grass. I got to pick up some bale wrap, make sure we got all the resources we need, but we also have a barley field to harvest. And we got to take care of the new soybean field. I think it needs fertilizer and needs the hoe to run through it. So got a little bit to do today. Finish up today's episode and finish up year 3 and hoping we find $145,000 to put us over $1 million. Now, only one tractor over here. I don't know if I've ever tried to run a TMR mixer without anything connected to it. So I don't know if we'll be able to just put the bales in and then connect and it'll start mixing them. But it looks like we have a partial bale here. So we will drop these two. We'll grab 2 silage, put them in there. Oh, we probably need to move that a little bit, make it easier to access. But we'll get the mix going. Let's go right here, should be good. And yeah, I don't think it'll show me. That must be what was expected right now. And I guess it does, but let go, please. Wow, come on. There we go, I guess that's the right way to do it. Not if I can't tilt it any far forward. Man, some things in this game have been making me sad lately. There we go. And dropping in the silage. And we'll get 1 bale of straw here. This mixture seems to be doing pretty good for us. I don't know if we're wasting anything, but not too stressed about it. Should be good to add this entire thing. Yeah, probably could do a little bit more. I think we're a little low. Gotta be honest, we're a little low on hay. So I'm gonna use silage to attempt to finish this mix, and then we can do another mix with that hay that we have. It's probably gonna be January when we have a chance to make hay. And let's see, just watching the numbers. There we go. It's gonna take the whole thing. Wow. I think that'll be good for now. Should be plenty to get them going at least through December and probably January. Yeah, just about full. That's good. And it does seem like the snow's cleared up while we're doing this, so we can get going on cutting the grass right after this. And just hopping over here to get this going on a worker, we will load our course that we've been using, tell them first waypoints, and have at it. We'll make sure swath dropping is enabled. How do I see that while they're going? I guess I need to stop, don't I? Swath dropping, perfect. We are going to move around some. Well, actually, we're gonna leave the wood as it is till probably later we'll end the episode with making some money. But I wanted to make sure everything was good over here. Probably hook up to the milk tank. Go see what we have left of buffalo milk before we start that harvest and get going on treating the soybean field as well. Yeah, decent stuff building up here. I already moved the planks around. We got a ton in storage now. That's a lot of money sitting in storage. Yeah, 16 planks. And what are they per? 4,200 at their peak. Yeah, I think it's wise to wait till June to get those sold. And we got a couple things here. We could move some more mozzarella cheese. I wonder how those prices are if we're gonna get to sell those today. They're not terrible. Not terrible. We might hold off. We might sell them. Let's see what the buffalo looks like. Buffalo mozzarella. I mean, that's $2,000 difference on one. So yeah, I don't think we'll be doing that today. All right, we'll leave that there for now. Let's get this set up on the spreader, though we might need to get a little bit of fertilizer from, oh no, we have over 1,000. I think we'll be fine. We've got 2,000 here. Nope, nope. Let's go ahead. We will hook up to this, empty the fertilizer, and then add it in here. We're not going to use the, we might. I don't know what we're going to do yet planting. I'm not that far into my planning yet. All right, so let's drop that, and then we can sneak over and pick up that fertilizer. Okay, 9 o'clock already. We got a mess over here. Whew. All right, let's double check this field. Oh, what is happening? That is, we got a lot of fields to fertilize. All right, we're doing it. Might be spending money on that, but we'll have to keep an eye on that because I missed those other two getting done. Let's go ahead and hop in here. We need to go get this harvest started. And let's check prices for barley too. Like, do we absolutely need to harvest this? I mean, I want to. Yeah, we'll be selling the barley right away. Here we come, $1 million. Okay, the multitasking has begun. We've got all the jobs started. We're gonna go take this over, get the milk, bring the milk back, and then help unload. We're gonna try to unload the grain cart, or unload the combine with the grain cart with the telehandler. I feel like it's a little more powerful than the John Deere over here, so I think that's the route to go. And I did take care of the wood. We got a bunch of wood in there overnight, so we should be good at least through this episode, and probably with the amount of, I got 35,000 in there, so I think that'll get us through January as well. But we're gonna have to move over to the other side of the grass field for most of the trees moving forward. It's getting very, very thin out there. Yeah, the Merlot seems to be completely fine pulling this. We'll see how it is when it's full, but we're getting over here at top speed. We did get here a little bit late. Good to see one headland did fill up the combine. Oh, okay, so we do have somewhat of a problem here. We gotta be perfect, and I think the workers, when they were doing this, probably had that issue too. Okay, now we know. Now we remember. All right, let's see if this is a better approach. There we go. We swung right by it. But it doesn't want to unload. Gosh, why? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have to go sell this, I guess, and then go take the extension back off. Not sell, yeah, sell the barley. But while that's doing that, let's go ahead and get this onto the next field. And we're just gonna multitask and bust this day out. All right, here we go. Guess we could drop it in the silo, but I might as well. We're gonna sell it all today anyways. We're heading that way. Manufacturing, Elmer's, manufacturing Super 7. What is that? Oh, that's interesting. We don't need it though. Oh, that would be nice to have. No harvester showing up in the used market yet. And, you know, 5,400 bucks there. Let's go get this extension taken off, and then I probably need to find that toolbox so that we can just change stuff on the fly. I don't think I'll plant anything that we have to bale over here again. Good progress here. We'll have to get them on the baler momentarily, but they still got, let's see, 22 minutes to go. Yeah, can we get an update to AI workers that will not do the headlands this direction? They need to go the other way, right? You know, I do feel bad complaining about this game. I was doing some research last night about complete their task. I was doing some research last night on YouTube channels, and some of you probably know that I have like 5 channels. I think it's like 3 really, but at this point. And I was kind of looking at, you know, the upcoming MLB The Show game, and I found this channel that, I'm not going to say any names, just under 100,000 subscribers, and every single video is talking bad about a game or features of a game. I guess there's a market for it. We need to get some fuel in this soon. But like overall, I do love this game still. It's just sometimes it's a little disappointing. You know, a lot of you do also know that I am a software developer full-time, so seeing certain things, it's kind of like, I'm never going to say that like my company does things better. They don't. It's some of my frustration is just seeing some of these things in real life, well, not real life, but I mean, yeah, it is real life. Seeing some of these things in other scenarios where it's very obvious what's lacking, in my opinion. And it happens in every software company. And yeah, I don't want to go too much into it. But anyways, like I was saying, love the game. Just some things are sad to see that the time and effort wasn't put into. Yeah, you never know. You never know if it's the business driving things, if the dev teams are the reason. But overall, the game's beautiful. 600 liters is gonna be enough over here. This is a decent sized field. We'll see. I'll probably edit a lot of this out, but like, who knows? Did Giants reach out to the author of Courseplay, why not just implement that into the game? Maybe those discussions happened. Maybe they were shot down. And if anybody knows that, kind of interested. I mean, this thing's thorough. It is thorough. Like, why skip a row? Like, I'm driving in the grain because they won't stop for me to unload. Yeah, I'm gonna complain. Was enough fertilizer, 93 liters left. 47.55 was thirsty. This is a lot of money. 500 bucks. Ooh. Hey, no one's allowed to stand on here, guys. All right, no standing, no people. All right, we're trying to rush to the store. I got to pick up some bale wrap and fertilizer for later on. Well, the bale wrap's going to be needed pretty soon, and the harvester is about to be full as well. So, you know, we got a lot going on. Basically just the farm manager at this point, which is how I like to play the game. So there's the money we spent on it. The $1 million is going to be close today. Oh, we should get fuel on this while we're here too. Yeah, just to close the loop on the ranting and complaining. Those of you that think, you know, oh, PC players complain about so much, it's a feature they added to the game. AI workers should be as good, if not better, than Courseplay, in my opinion. Courseplay's been around for years. It's been working amazingly. It should be up to par with that. It is the first iteration of it. I hope they show improvements to it and make improvements to it. It would be nice if they had like a public bug forum where we could see the bugs they're working on. I think that'd be sweet. A lot of companies do that with their software. I'd like to see game companies do that. I think Minecraft does that, but I could be wrong. But salty. Oh well. The mowing's done. That's good. And I think this 400 liters will fit in here, so we should be all set to finish up and get off this field here. Looks good. Yeah, this telehandler makes things so much easier. Let's go ahead and get this refilled and on their way. There we go. Barley getting sold. And 866. We're getting there. We're getting there. Since the baler's taken, nothing else to do. Oh, we need to take care of the weeds. Yes. Okay. We can do that real quick while we let them keep on baling, and then we're gonna sell a bunch of stuff. A lot of red equipment over here. Didn't even do that on purpose. All right, we'll get these weeds taken care of and then move some bales. Oats are above peak price. Let's get them sold. It will be 2 trips, but we have our fastest piece of equipment to drive us there and back. I think we're gonna do it. We have wood chips to sell too. Yeah, we've harvested a lot of oats, so I'm hoping this is a pretty payday here, and it should be. Oh, I keep forgetting we're tipping side. There we go. That is a lot faster. Or it feels that way to me, at least. Oh yeah, we got this million in the bag. Let's see how high we can get it today. 938 right now. Let's see what this last 7,000 brings in. Of the oats, we got some more crops to sell as well, but this should put us at 952. And sorghum is close enough to the peak price. We'll go grab that. We'll have to do 2 trips as well, but I believe the first trip is going to put us above that $1 million mark. And the first time selling sorghum today, we do have a decent amount still left, but this, I think, is going to do it. We finally have a 7th digit in our dollar amount in our bank account. Let's go get the rest. And I think this is the last grain we have to sell. I'll need to double check. I know the soybeans we're going to wait, but let's check right now. Soybeans, yeah, we're going to hold off on that. So that is the last thing from the silo that we're gonna have to sell. So 16, did I get it all? Yes. 16,000 more should be a lot of money. Oh, the tractor needs refilled, or the baler does. Let's see what the dollar amount is, and we'll get that taken care of. And I think we're gonna do the wood chips next. Maybe we'll get to 1.1. I think we might. 25,000 more there. All right, let's get, yeah, let's just drive this up. Well, let's see what it needs. Oh, easy. Easy. They don't need wrap yet. Perfect. Let's get some wood chips. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to do 2 trips of wood chips too. I haven't checked what's in the sawmill in a while when it comes to that. 60,000. We will be doing 2 trips, so it will get us above the $1.1 million. Here we are. I'm just dropping in. That's a good animation. That's a real good animation. That's not just one consistent flow. Well done. All right, let's go get the rest of them. 57,000 there. Beautiful. Here we go. $1.1 million. Year 3, pretty much complete. That's the last thing we're gonna sell. We'll finish the rest of the baling off camera. We've shown that so many times, but what a great way to end year 3. We got, you know, $3.9 million to go in 24 months. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Stocks Way Up. I will catch you on the next episode.